with caution.
Triple TP will be joining us later. We got we got a ton of replays except for these three. These three will be played or like shown in a later series. But yeah, we've got, this is week 4 and week 5 combined, except the honorable mentions of week 4 are not in here due to the fact I need to do some catching up. And yeah, so that's why. Anyways, apparently I needed to watch this game as well, so I'm going to wait for Triple TP to be here to watch that one. We got a ton of masters to watch. We got Anju versus Despro, Gorment versus Gashes. Why are you in none of these highlights? That's pretty insane. We got Gorment versus Sigil, and we got 2 minions matches, and Daughter once again is part of that. We got Despro versus Ups, and we got 5 Aces versus Yunano. I think we're gonna start. Let's kick it off with 5 Aces because we haven't seen 5 Aces at all in this entire season. But I remember the first 3 weeks he delayed a lot of his matches, and I think he was out of delays, so he was forced to play. And maybe he is, I think he picked the map Agita, probably, because it's probably a map he's most familiar with. So yeah, we got in the top left corner Mr. 5 Aces, veteran of the game, colleague, streamer, caster, whatever you want to call it, made big contributions to this community and is still here kicking some ass in Masters. Thanks to me, he got placed into Masters because I forfeited. Well, didn't really forfeit, I just resigned. Because I couldn't really make it. It was at a bad timing in terms of my holiday. And I wouldn't want to keep people waiting to play their games. So yeah, because of that reason, 5 Aces took my place in Masters. Elsie was forced to play in Minions. And because of that, he potentially made the highlights against Yunano, almost losing his engineer there. But besides that, 5 Aces definitely donating a lot of rifles here. Trying to snipe an NG. Also, 5 Aces going double ref is pretty extraordinary for 5 Aces. Normally, he is the man that goes War Factory first. And to be fair, I think I can count on one hand the amount of times that he went for double ref. So this is very rare footage already. Yunano pretty much with the same build. So yeah, interesting to see why this made the highlight. Obviously, Yunano has been playing a lot, and Yunano is definitely solid. So definitely a very good challenge for 5 Aces. So I wonder how far this goes, because we all know what 5 Aces is good at, right? 5 Aces is mainly known for, as far as I know, in my the time that I spend in this community, he was very much well known for his MiG play on tier 3. Unfortunately, in this game, he is not playing Soviets. I think he was also known to go radar pretty fast sometimes, usually during the first expansion. So, oh, thanks a lot, Dying Baintis, you piece of shit. Freaking, oh, obviously 0.1, the fat ass that doesn't do jack shit. But it's fine. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste time to this idiot. Yeah, just curious to see why this made top level replays for the highlights. Let's find out. You never have... Wait, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how I thought. I just saw it being popped up in the Dune channel. I was like, okay, fuck it, why not? Let's just let's just participate. Why not? I mean, like, Dune isn't a bad game. Let's be honest. It's not bad at all. It's just it didn't get all the love and attention that like RA and TD get. Like RAGL has been so much has been adjusted so many times by the competitive scene. TD has been getting some love as well. First by, what was his name? The first guy, I can't remember. Man, I can't remember his name. That's bad. Something with Admiral or General? I can't remember. Anyways, the guy who did the first TDGL, I think. Was it AOA General or something like that? I think so. And then, you know, afterwards, Orp came into the TD scene and changed up a lot of stuff, which in my opinion, it's pretty good. Like, let's be honest. It turned out to be a lot of the older players didn't really like it. And, you know, maybe some things haven't changed for the better. But in all honesty, because of it, it got some more competitive gameplay. But then I still look at Tiberian Dawn chat, and all I see sometimes is people saying Tiberian Dawn is a dead game. So yeah, it's hard to say. Ooh, pillbox straight into the face. Yunano coming for the defense. 5 aces in a tough spot here. Ooh. Well, 5 aces is there. Nice attempt from Yunano. I wish I was part of this discussion that they're having in TD, but the fact that Despro is saying that air is never being used in TD is just not true at all. Probably if Orp was here, he would probably lose his mind. But you know, if you're doing light tank spam and medium tank spam, that is pretty much like the RA style of playing TD. That's what most RA players would do. Yeah, for sure. Pretty much never use air. But yeah, it's probably because he's not known with TD. But I would probably think it's probably the opposite. Like TD uses a lot more units than the units that are being used in RA. Like for example, almost nobody uses spies. There's not a lot of people that use medics or mechanics. And they're pretty good units, let's be honest, because the people that do abuse mechanics and medics often get a pretty good engagements. Talking about engagements though, 5 aces is going in, fighting this expansion. Yunano went to Raider Dome. 5 aces also fighting pillboxes, but he has a decent amount of tanks. But here comes the RTs, and 5 aces immediately is going to retreat after. I don't think he traded poorly. Both players are on Raider Dome actually, but Yunano definitely with the aggressive expansion here, knocking on the main base from 5 aces. It's a pretty good expansion for Yunano to have. I feel like 5 aces should probably capitalize on it and prevent that from happening on the other side. Oh, wait, what? Okay, Yunano is strong with 2 MCVs on the left side. That's interesting. Oh, that RT just came out of the War Factory, and a big splash of death went on into that blob from Yunano. 5 aces backed up with Blackhawks, being able to snipe the RTs. There we go, another RT because there's no rockets in there. And Yunano went straight to tier 3, but I think 5 aces saw the tech sender. Yep, he did. Oh wow. I'm surprised that Yunano sent his tanks in there alone. Diane's gonna make clean work of this. The Blackhawks are here to snipe. Oh, he's not paying that much attention. He's still losing a lot of infantry. Fire goes down, but he's losing all of his Blackhawks. So that was pretty poor play. But yeah, 5 Aces definitely not doing bad. Keeping up with Shinano. Army values are pretty even. Eco is seemingly looking even as well. 9 Harvesters for 5 Aces, 8 for Yunano. Yeah, Yunano's being smart here. He's he shifted, he rotated most of his army from the expansion on the left side to the right side to put pressure on 5 Aces. And yeah, that's mainly because, like I said, this aggressive expansion is good for Yunano. Oh, but here is Yunano again with a nice flank on the left side. On the left side, takes a Harvester, almost takes another Harvester, and he's probably going to get these SD. Yep, 5 Aces sells the SD. In the meantime, so much aggression is going on the right side. 5 Aces army is caught off guard. Yunano probably now busy microing his units on the left side that is not paying attention to his army on the right side. There we go. Could get the MCV as well. Now it's 5 Aces not paying attention. He's gonna lose the MCV. He is. But he has a very nice concave here. He could potentially clean up this entire army, and that's exactly what is going on. The cleanup is here. So actually, Yunano did some damage in terms of eco and in terms of dealing, killing the SD and stuff like that, but at the cost of most of his army. Five Aces looking good here all of a sudden. Chronosphere for Yunano. Damn. Yep. 5 Aces going straight for that tank center. He says, I have enough of your shit. I don't want you to have satellite up and running. Doesn't get used though. And these arties, man. There's so many arties right now. Once again, a heavy attack on the right side. If 5 Aces manages to preserve his units until the Blackhawks arrive, he can be in a pretty good position. Snipes Titania. Oh, he needs to be careful though, because that's a lot of rocket density. But the poor placement from Yunano in terms of tanks could potentially cost him, but he does have a lot of them. Man, this is going back and forth. MCV gets taken out by the Blackhawks, but there is another MCV just lurking there, right next to the main base. Oof. That's a bold move as well. It's a very clutch game so far. Oh. Oh. Very costly in the meantime. Yep. Oh, that unpacking the MCV was probably not the best idea. Blackhawk crashes onto the infantry. And I think 5 Aces is going to be able to hold this. Arties did a lot of damage. And 5 Aces managed to clean this up on the right side as well. But his eco is in shambles though. Lost a decent amount of harvesters, but he is rebuilding those. He's got a new ore patch over here as well. And I don't think that Yunano knows about it for the time being. Nope, he does not. Yeah, he needs to rotate his armies. He needs some defense in the main base. Needs to take out the rockets with the Blackhawks if he doesn't want to lose his war factory. Hello? That's unfortunate. Always like, fuck being defensive. I'm going for the counterattack, and Yunano has nothing sitting in his base right now. Nice parking the Ranger there next to the racks to prevent any rockets from coming out. That's really nice. Ooh, going in for the kill. Faces a pillbox. Yunano wasn't building another pillbox though. He only started to build one just now. Oh, hello? What the fuck is this? Oh wow, Yunano went for an AA gun. Oh wow. MCV is being sniped right now. Should definitely unpack. Oh, it's gonna be too late. Yeah, the medium tanks are going to be able to chase. That MCV goes down. Bold move. Very bold. And after all this chaos, army value was even. After these Blackhawk snipes, it will not be. Oh, he's gonna get it. Five Aces floating 6k right now as well. It's investing a bit more in Blackhawks. I like that. It's got 4 helipads as well, so he can reload really quickly. And Yunano is persistent with getting MCVs on that left flank. In the meantime, expansion is being attacked. Nice reaction from 5 Aces, immediately moving all the harvesters back. And he has a lot of regrowth here in terms of ore, so he can just keep on working. In the meantime, pillboxes are sniping some nice rockets. Yeah, very close game still. With Yunano taking most of the map control so far. Another AA gun from Yunano is ready though. Yeah, that doesn't matter if your MCV is not in range. Ooh! Almost took out another Black Hawk. I was surprised he wasn't low power after that. Now Yunano with a new MCV on the right side as well. Yeah, Yunano is definitely looking better, I would say. Here comes Yunano again, but with no rockets in his army and a ton of tanks. It's not gonna matter. Just donates 2 medium tanks like that to 5 Aces, to the cause, to the hey people cause. All players sitting there with an AA gun ready. Surprised that Yunano actually hasn't rebuilt his tier 3 yet. But yeah, he's out of cash. Maybe that's why. I mean, to be honest, he should not. He should be in a better position in terms of eco. Oh, he's gonna try again. Oh, he's on tier 3, or at least someone is. That's a lot of rockets. Yeah, but nice base push from Yunano there. Yeah, Yunano is on tier 3 again. And because of that base push with AA guns, 5 Aces cannot support his army with the Blackhawks. And Yunano is gonna claim that expansion. This isn't Dune. Oh, did you read the title? RGL highlights after? So that means you're too late. Once again, the Black Hawk play, sniping all the rockets. Very chaotic still. And I think it would be a good idea for Yunano to switch to longbows. At this point, he has tier 3. And that means he can just deal with 5 Aces Black Hawks very easily. Alright. Here comes the retaliation from 5 Aces on the left side. He does have the army to do it. Oh, that Black Hawk that's gonna come out is gonna have a rough time. That Black Hawk, if that Black Hawk comes out, it's gonna have a very rough time. Oh, no, 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 no! Still had a rough time. The 5 Aces is persistent, he doesn't give a fuck. Latanya comes in to seal the deal. Meantime, a nice eco flank once again from Yunano on the right side, taking 2 harvesters yet again, and the map has been completely mined out at this point. So yeah, getting every single harvester on a little bit of ore does a lot at this stage of the game. And Yunano with that tech advantage right now. Looking grim for 5 Aces at the moment. Still has a ton of Blackhawks though. And every single time he has been repairing them nicely, which is, I like that. Not a lot of people do that. But yeah, the Blackhawks are currently keeping him into the game, I would say. AA gun is ready, but it's not being deployed. Has been deployed over here. More eco flanks, yep. And Yunano immediately taking that with the MCV. Taking back more mines. Yeah, slowly but surely. Yunano is taking over this game.
Satellite terminated.
That is a ballsy move. But same could be said for Yunano. He's like, hello. But yeah, he knows that the Blackhawks are looming. Yep, that's why he's bringing the MCV over constantly. And another MCV from 5 Aces. Yeah, he has other issues right now. I don't think he's going to be able to defend this. He has 1 artillery though, so that his RT could potentially deal lots of damage. But he's facing 3 RTs from Yunano right now with a ton of Blackhawks as well and no AA gun support. Oh my god. And that is going to be it. Most of the army value that 5 Aces has is in the Blackhawks. Yeah, and all of his Blackhawks need to recharge. That's going to be an issue. There goes 1 Blackhawk. There goes another, and 5 Aces calls the GG. First game goes to Yunano with a very aggressive performance. And that's mainly what did it. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to game number 2, played on Sullied Valleys, made by Mo. I still believe it's the first pick was from 5 Aces. Pretty sure. Yeah, you're not choosing Sullied. I was about to say. What games am I highlighting? This is week 4 and week 5 combined. Whenever Caution announces drunk and on drugs sloppy stream with Bane and Moods, Bane might show up. Probably not because he's too drunk at that point. Like, here's a fun Bane story, right? Which was off stream, obviously, but you know, everyone likes a good Bane story. So, I think it was around 11 a.m. and I saw Bane chilling with Ganon in the SP Discord. And all of a sudden, like, I join, I'm like, oh hey, how you doing? And Bane is like panicking completely. He's going mental. And he tells me, Caution, I have a problem. Can you help me? I'm like, sure, what's the problem? I forgot my PIN code for logging into my Windows. And I'm like, well, that sucks. You know, if he has access to his Microsoft account, obviously he can do something about that, right? He can reset the PIN code. But apparently, according to him, that didn't work. And he was losing his mind, so he couldn't log into his PC at all. No PC, nothing. So the next day, I see this man. I think he was playing Red Alert, OpenRA. So I joined him in voice chat. And I was like, hey Bane, how you doing, man? Oh, hey. So I was like, how did you resolve the PIN code stuff, etc. He's like, oh, that's fine. He said I was drunk so much. I drank so much that I just forgot my PIN code, but I remembered it today. I was like, okay. Who else but Bane? Anyways. Game number 2. This time we have a Soviet mirror on our hands. Nice adaptation from 5 Aces so far. Maybe he played on this map before, we don't know. Like, obviously I don't think this is the first game that he played of the season. So maybe he has played Solid Valleys before. He's going for a very early SD. Only has 2 refs up for the time being. Both players going for a flak truck. Yeah, I don't think it was even a week ago. If it according to you did happen a week ago, then it's probably like the second time it happened. Ooh, Yunana got the first shot. Yep. Gets the flak truck. But yeah, 5 Aces indeed went for that gem really fast, which means he's gonna get a huge boost very early on. But yeah, his yeah, one of his refs is not doing great. That is ballsy. But it seems like he gets away with it. No, he did not. The 5 Aces is going to get at. Yep. Yeah, 5 Aces is already really behind in terms of eco. Because he went for that fast MCV. Oh. Okay, gets the deploy. Does not have a pillbox ready though. Or flame tower in this case. Meanwhile, Yunano once again taking a pretty, I wouldn't say an aggressive expansion, but definitely is trying to contest or patches that he potentially believes 5 aces would go for. A very fast radar dome as well. But yeah, this is pretty much what we saw from 5 aces back in the days as well. Going for that fast radar dome. Manages to defend with the units he has. He has 1v2 out. That heavy tank goes down. And so does most of 5 aces infantry at this time. Oh, he's gonna need that V2, but that V2 is chilling over there. Sniping the forward command while he needs it over here. Oh no, he's gonna lose his expansion. This is over. That is very unfortunate. Oh, and the V2s have been found by the flak truck. They don't have that much armor and health. Oh, that other V2 goes down as well. That's it. That's it. There's no coming back from this. Second war factory as well from 5 aces. Not sure what he was planning here, but yep. Definitely the first game was the highlight of this set. And Yunano takes it over 5 aces with 2-0.
Battle control terminated.
All right. Moving on to a minions map for the time being. Or minions match, I should say.
Battle control.
Let's go to Daughter versus Min, and we're once again on Agita. Man, what do people have with this map? I hate this map. I'm gonna be honest. I hate it. Never liked it. Well, that's not true. It's not a bad map. I don't like it. There we go. Daughter versus Mint. Everyone knows Mint. Pretty strong player. I think the reason why he got put into minions instead of masters is mainly because of his absence in the last months, I should say. Because like, I think when he was in season 10. Around that area, Mint was playing a lot and he was pretty strong. And I think now all he does is like play team games. But I have to say, to be honest, the majority of most of the RA players that I still know, like, well, apart from Widow and Nubix, they're always around playing team games. But you know, there's ups, Despro, Blackened, Dom B. I'm probably missing some people, but regardless, most people that I still know from the older days are mainly just playing team games right now. Ping Todd as well. Who else? Let's see. Bane, just some guy. Master switched over from TD as well. He still plays TD, but he's playing a lot of RA as well, but also mainly team games. Ups as well is also playing a lot of team games. And pretty much his 1v1 career is non-existent. I think Der-E was also considering not playing season 12, but I think he decided at the last moment to do so. But yeah, Mint is up against Daughter. We saw Daughter live last week, I think, or last Friday. It was doing really well, to be fair. He's been putting in the work. I think he played, yeah, he had a rough match against Tux. But he had some good matches against... What did he play afterwards? I can't remember. Did he play Mo? I know Tux played Mo as well. Anyways. Regardless. It's Dollar versus Mint. Yeah, Dollar has been putting in the work in already. 3 minutes into the game. And he's taken out the oil from Mint without losing any casualties, it seems. He's got his flak truck up and running to do some scouting. And Mint skipped his light vehicle completely to go for more harvesters. So he's going to have a bit more eco than Dollar at this point. So he's playing a lot more greedy. But I don't really blame him, because besides the oil and maybe go for a hospital, there's not a lot of objectives to go for on this map. There's not really a need to make early game plays on this map, because there's really not that many points of interest. And now Mint is going for the light tank. It's gonna take revenge on these technicians who mentally are challenged, trying to take out the tank with pistols. Hey, it is what it is. Some people like to use rocket launchers, other people like to use pistols and take a big L. Oh yeah, Margot. Yeah, that last game was pretty funny. That was pretty good. Yeah, Jungle Boogie is a cool map. It plays really different compared to most of the maps we saw in the past. Like last Friday, I was streaming some live games, Stitch versus Cav, and Stitch just straight up said she didn't like any of the season 12 maps. Is this on fast? No, I don't think so, because our RAGL settings are locked. I think we just captured Orp on drugs for the first time. That song was an absolute banger. I don't even know what song we had on. Wait, I can check that. Okay. I think it was that one. Anyway, huge battle here. Mint coming out on top though. What game is this? This is OpenRA, man. A modern recreation of Red Alert on a completely newly built engine made by a small group, completely rebalancing the game and making it use modern controls that live up to the standards of today's RTS. Oh, it says Dune. I can fix that. Fixed. Okay, Mint's doing a nice job getting Dollar's army out of position constantly. And I feel like Dollar just lacks being able to apply pressure. Maybe he's gonna get a Tesla call up and running over there. Isn't producing one, but he's going for a massive attack. And oh, I'm not sure. His tanks are not in a good position. He's also facing against defender's advantage, but he's merging into a very nice concave here. The heavy tanks could actually potentially save him here. This was a very nice engagement for him to take. Really nice micro amidst all the chaos. And he comes out on top. Very nice engagement there. He's busy cleaning up the remainings of the expansion. In the meantime, he's also putting pressure on the other side. And I think Min just pulled all of his forces back from that expansion. Would have loved to see a Tesla call instead. Building these flamers is absolutely useless. And all it does is just gives away the position that you are there. But regardless, gets a harvester. Also very ballsy to get your Raider Dome up there. That is very ballsy. Oh, oh, that undeploy was not the best strategy. I think, yeah, because of the flak track, he's gonna lose the MCV. And once again, Daughter has a really nice concave with his tanks in the perfect position. Even though he's slightly outnumbered, never mind. Yeah, he's gonna take this. He is doing really well, very strong. Takes out another harvester on the right side, and another one. You have to be careful with using aircraft on the edges of the map. Alright, Daughter just needs to push his advantage. If he's going to give Mint a chance to rebuild, then he's going to have some problems. Pizza flavored KD cups. Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes I don't have it in control, man. Like, I can force my own ads, but if Twitch decides you haven't seen enough ads today, then they will force them upon you. Yeah, Mint is scared at this point, and he has good reason to. No MCV, 6 heavy tanks that are leading the charge. Nice concave from Minto. Is also using defender's advantage and vision advantage with his buildings, but it's not going to matter. Even the Blackhawk trying to snipe all of the rockets. Daughter, the beast, is unleashed and is inside Mint's main base. Mint really trying to get all the rockets, and he actually achieved in doing so, but he's still facing so many heavy tanks that can deal with the harvesters. It's a desperate attempt as well to try and crush all the units with your harvesters. Oh, using the yaks to deal with medium tanks, that's not the way to go. But regardless, Daughter is doing perfectly fine at this point. Moved up the main MCV as well. It's gonna put flame towers in there. And yeah, Mint is a goner, boys. Let's be honest. Mint is toast. Daughter has taken most of the map. And even though that base push was not the best attempt or like the most beautiful execution, let's be honest, he sniped a lot of harvesters there and forced Mint to invest a lot of effort, assets, and energy to claim back what is potentially his. But yeah, very nice micro with the Blackhawks from Mint sniping all the rockets. But he's gonna lose his Raider Dome to 2 heavy tanks. I mean, it doesn't matter how much Daughter can screw this up. Because he has so much eco. And Mint calls the GG. Well played by Daughter, I have to say. Very nice execution. And definitely the strength in that game from him was definitely the micro in his engagements. Which is not something that I always...
Battle control initialized.
It's not something that I get to say a lot, let's be honest. Alright, game number 2. Playing on Dover. This is probably one of the similar maps to Jungle Boogie, kinda. The only difference is that this map does have double mine expansions. But yeah, I feel like if we get the chance, I feel like we should be able to do a poll in to see what people prefer. Because obviously there's some people that like Jungle Boogie, like Tailix for example, but there's also a lot of people that dislike it for that same reason. So it would be nice to see a poll from the players to see what they actually prefer. I feel like it could be a mixture of both. Like I said, like Scorched Earth and Annihilate aren't necessarily bad maps, but they are easy to play on. What the hell? Wait, did he just kill his own unit? He did! He ate his own rifle! Oh man. Yeah, Jungle Book is really big. How you doing, Mint? We just witnessed you eating your own rifleman. I think this map is pretty similar to Jungle Boogie. Also in terms of like how big it is. Like I think if you look at the map, I think Annihilate is like half of this map. Easily. Oh, look at the size of this thing. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay, Dollar went for the faster War Factory by selling the riff, but his War Factory was idle for a little bit, so... And I think it was idle for the amount of time that it could have taken him to build a power plant. So he gained pretty much nothing out of it. Oh, wow, he's going for a second Drax. Wait, second Drax already? 3 Raxes before... Wait, what? 3 Raxes before third riff on 2 harvesters. Huh. Mint rushing radar. Mint with no War Factory either though. So that means it's kind of tricky. There we go. So both players on 3 harvesters for the time being. Dollar is going for that third riff. Oh, but that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. But also poor micro from Daughter using the light tank. He could potentially use the light tank to destroy all of these without like really having to take a risk. And talking about risks, Mint might be in trouble. Another light tank from Daughter. Oh, that yak goes down. crashes onto his infantry and he didn't have a lot of infantry. And yeah, Daughter is kind of all-inning. Bring his main MCV over. And Daughter takes it. Interesting. He went for a very, very strange all-in there. Huh. Alright. This game ended in under 5 minutes. Wait, what did I miss? Oof. Well, Daughter takes it 2-0. I did not expect that. Yeah, the pink dot map with the 2 observatories, I like that one as well. That one's really good. Okay, moving away from minions. Let's go back to masters. Let's switch it up in between. Oh man, okay, fuck it. We're not watching Agita again. There we go. Let's watch Despro versus Ups. And we're playing on Titan VIP. Made by Megatank. Alright, well this should be an interesting game regardless. Ups versus Despro. Despro is who I said was most likely to win this season. Winner of the Cautious Cup. With a very entertaining finals versus Blacken. But here he is taking on Ups. Ups definitely is a solid player. He can definitely take on Despro. Very poor concave right now. Despro definitely overcommitting, but using nice force fire here. But regardless, he took the oil in his control. Yeah, like I said, Ups is definitely up for the challenge to take on Despro. Ups doesn't play RA that much anymore besides team games. However, watching him from the previous season, he definitely has it in him. Going for an early medic, I like it as well. Some of his rifles are damaged. He's gonna heal that up to full health. He's going for three medics actually, I think, or two medics. 4 rockets and 2 medics. Yep. Yeah, I like 4 rockets. Like I said, 4 rockets is always better than 3, but especially if you're up against Soviet. Having 4 rockets makes you able to 2-shot APCs. Whereas if you have 3 rockets, that is not the case. Seems like Despro is going for a very normal build so far. Just double rev builds. Same for Ups. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Except for a Grand Rush. Despro is prepared. He might be... yeah, he might be low power for a while. But he managed to save the power plant, so it's all good. Oh, I was watching the Dune chat because they're There's people that are trying to reach me in order to set up our games for the next round. Despero with a strong army though. Went for the light tank. And I'm not sure where, yeah, Ups's armies, most of his army was sitting in his base. And he only sent a small portion of his army to deal with that oil, but he paid the price for it and lost all of that army. And now Despero here with 5 rockets, a light tank, and 2 medics supporting his army. That is looking like a solid army so far. This early into the game. This is gonna take that expansion. In the meantime, Despero's gonna deal with that oil. And early on, 5 minutes into the game, Despero definitely in control here. But this is all subject to change. Nice awareness from Ups. He's gonna put scouts down to make sure he's not getting flanked unseen. But he needs to act fast though, because he could potentially just barely... Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so unfortunate for Ups. If that army goes straight downwards, he could still be flanked. He's also moving all of his army away, and he killed the scout in the meantime, and Ups did not realize he's moving away the MCV. With 5 rockets in that army, that's 1 harvester going down. Going straight for the War Factory. Ups is building a flame tower, but that flame tower is not going to be ready in time. War Factory gets sniped. Despero should probably retreat. But I think he's too busy microing his units on the other side, so he's probably going to... Yep, he's going to give up that army. Trying to go around, but it seems like Up spotted it. Not sure. There's a distraction from Despero to make sure that Ups is being distracted. That's what a distraction does. It distracts the player. And Ups is just trying to get more ground slowly but surely. But even though Despero is still finding holes, wow. I'm not sure. I don't think Ups realized what was going on. In the meantime, Despero went for Raider Dome very quickly. Right after the first expansion, he's sitting on 3 Raxes for the time being. So he definitely has to make his units count in order to keep up. Ups currently sitting on 5 Raxes. Oh, and the medics. Medics is what is keeping them alive, tanking here really nicely. Medics are definitely worth their couple of bucks right here. Took a very nice engagement. But yeah, Ups is ahead, and that's mainly because of the Rax production. But you know, Despero has a couple of arties coming in. He has a couple of Blackhawks sitting there. So once again, it's gonna come down to the micro from Despero. But that army value might change very, very quickly. Despero has been the aggressor most of this time. But that's usually the case in most of his games, to be honest. That he's the aggressor. And once again, closes into the army from Ups really nicely there. But you know, he had the vision from the Blackhawk, so he could plan ahead and efficiently dealt with that. Now Despro claiming a position in the middle. A very good position to have. Can be very annoying for ups in the later stages of the game. Ooh, that art is gonna be really nice into this engagement. And look at all the medics doing their job as well. Lost little to no army there. Despro was on tier 3 and ups calls the GG. First game goes to Despro pretty convincingly.
Battle control initialized.
Damn. Alright, game number 2 on Dover. We have a Germany mirror. Despro on the left, ups on the right. Let's see if ups can turn this around in the second game. Not sure why this set so far was in the highlights. Game 1 was entertaining for sure. Nothing extraordinary. Very nice uses of medics though in Despro's gameplay. I don't even know who Zach Zorn is. Was he in this season's RAGL? Wow. Ups all of a sudden also going for medics. Yeah, nothing special so far. Just both players taking their respective oils. Surprised ups all went for that one first. If you go for this one first, this one is a lot closer. Which means you just get, Despro probably earned like $200 more because he went for that eco. It's like $100, just a little bit more. But he's going for Radar Dome. So double rift built into Radar Dome instead of War Factory. Ups trying to be aggressive, trying to look for the engine. Nothing there. This is not an engagement you want to take. Not at all. Medics are being exposed. All go down. Except for one. He lives to tell the tale with a broken leg. And Ups is willing to sacrifice all of his rifles, it seems. But he does take out the oil. But at a cost, though. 2 helipads being built. Going for the third rift. And Ups went for the double rift build, sell the rift into faster War Factory. Going for 2 light tanks here. And we got the first Black Hawk up and running at minute 3:30. This could potentially be a pretty good move for Ups. Despro does have a pillbox ready. And Ups is revealing the fact he has 2 light tanks. Yeah, Despro with these 2 Blackhawks can potentially snipe all of this infantry, including the 3 rockets. Still hasn't revealed the fact that he has Yep. Up still has no idea. Up's going out for a huge flank. So you can definitely see that this build from Despro is a risk for sure. Always has been. He's just now on 4 harvesters versus 6 from Ups already. But yeah. Essentially these Blackhawks could take out a lot of army. Okay, that was weird. Oh. Ho 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 ho. Yep. Smart from Yunano is from Ups, excuse me. He's going to ignore that. Despro was hoping to get that to very low health and then force the MCV to be crashing down onto the MCV. Oh, what? Why did he undeploy? What the fuck? Oh man. This pro probably did not expect that, but in the end he got what he wanted. Taking out that MCV. But Ups with the mechanic. Recovers it fairly smoothly. Is that even a word? I'm not sure. I think it's just very smooth. Nobody heard that. Nobody saw that. My mic was muted anyways. Okay. Anyways, Ups has enough. And he forgot about this army as well. That's unfortunate. But now he can go for a multi-prong. But Despro is there with the scout. Sees the rockets. Oh, but that was very poor. That was very poor. But Despro should have enough army to deal with that. He's also on tier 3, while Ups is on tier 2, I think. Yeah, Ups has no business here. Get out of here. Yeah, Ups went to radar really fast because he saw the Blackhawks so early on. Both players are out of cash. And really nice rest. I think that was a rest snipe. Really nice rest snipe from Ups there. Which was very crucial for Despro. Really low on cash, and it seems... Oh, close. Ups tried to finish the MCV, but didn't work out. In the meantime, Despro has been chasing this army down and is going for the cleanup. Gets it. And it's pretty hard to say. Despro definitely has the army advantage and tech advantage. But his eco is fucking shit right now. It is so bad. It is literally... This man is poor. Like, if he had to pay rent for the bases he has, and he's going to be evicted next month. That's how poor he is. This man soon will have no roof over his head. Ooh, almost got away with it, but Up's army saw it. Oh, and this is a really nice concave for the Blackhawk player. I think he should have preserved his units or his ammo to kill the rockets. In the meantime, Tanya doing some cleanup work. She's being hired as a janitor. But instead of brooms, she has guns. And instead of cleaning schools and offices, she's cleaning up soldiers. Army values are really close, but like I said, eco is not looking great. Nice AA gun there. Oh, but Ups tried to go for it. Did he not see the AA gun, or did he just believe he could have made it?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Caution. Sorry to interrupt you, but
That's
if you're
okay.
interested, Despro and Unano playoffs can start anytime soon today.
Yeah, I know they were going to. Oh, they're going to start right now. Yeah, I definitely want to cast.
Okay, I'm gonna inform them then.
I don't think this game is gonna last long anymore.
Sure thing, just inform you. Have fun.
Thanks, man. Thank you, thank you. All right, that means we're gonna see a live game and get a small pause from the RGL highlights for now, which is good. We're getting a lot of variation. We got some Dune action today, followed by some RGL highlights, and now followed into a live game of, I think this is the playoffs. This is the first match of the playoffs of this season. Wait, he didn't get Tanya. Oh, Medic saved her. Medics kept her alive, but I think she got crushed by the medium tanks. And Ups is fighting back. It's hard to say who is going to win this match, but yeah, Despro has definitely fixed his eco for the time being. He's floating 6k, and Ups is currently very low on cash. It seems like he lost that refinery over here as well, probably due to this infantry here in the back. And Despro is working on eco sniping here as well. Is gonna get that harvester if he's paying attention, but no, he's gonna opt to kill the tier 3 instead. In the meantime, harvesters are being sniped here. And Ups is definitely in a lot of trouble. He's ahead in army value, but that is not going to matter if he cannot restore his eco in time. Yep, Ups calls the GG. Despro comes out on top. This one was a lot closer. And let's move straight into the live games of this season. The first playoffs between Despro and Unano. Okay. Nice. Very, very nice. Also, shout outs to Gaseous for I want to say photo bombing, but it's not really photo bombing. Voice bombing me in my stream, just to remind me that there's a live game going on. Okay, let's see. Alright. Nice, at least someone that reads the rules. I was already ready to get the rule book up and running, but it seems like Titan VIP is the first map to play on. We should be expecting ups fairly soon, I think. All right, first live game of the playoff is on its way. Let's have a look at the RGL stats as well before we get the show up and running. In the meantime, they are setting up their build orders, so it's all good and well. Oh, the playoffs are not even on the RGL website. That is unfortunate. But yeah, I can definitely tell you guys the top 4, and I'm not going to show the scoreboard actually, because otherwise that would spoil some results for the upcoming replays that we are going to watch from this week and the next week. But the top 4 of the playoffs are Maceman, aka Unano, Gaseous, Blackened, and Despro. So I think it goes player rank 1 faces rank 4. This is Despro versus Unano, and Blackened will face Gaseous. Number 2 versus number 3. Top 5 was Ups, and followed by that was Gormented. And we have a repeat of last season, which is 5 Aces and Sigil being at the bottom. 5 Aces ranked 1 place higher than Sigil. Not sure why. That might imply, I don't think we have 5 Aces versus Sigil highlights in our or matches in our highlight forum post, but that must imply that 5 Aces beat Sigil. So if both players have the same amount of wins, then it comes down to who beat who in a game versus each other. So yeah, regardless of that, it seems like Unano this time comes out on top. Oh man. And he's definitely trying to secure the middle oil. Where is the NG from Despro? It seems like he probably lost his NG. Let's have a look. Yeah, that might have been the case. That's pretty good news for Unano. So we just saw Ups and Despro actually play on this map as well, where Despro was pretty dominant. And it seems like he's going to do the same thing yet again. Huge army. Once again with those 2 medics leading the charge. But Unano with the ranger. And Despro with the light tank. Oh, he went for the that's interesting. I wonder why he goes for the hospital, as we don't really see a lot of allies players going for hospital. Especially when you have 2 medics. But yeah, that's gonna be a huge... Ooh, using that light tank is not what he wanted. But he's gonna push on forward just because he has the medics and the hospital. And his units are actually really tanky. Bro. What the fuck? That should not have happened, but it did. That light tank died really fast. Didn't even do anything. But it was mainly the medics that kept his units alive. That is insane. Very nice play from Despro. And he claims the oil in the middle yet again, which is going to give him a couple of extra assets, which means he can build a couple of more units. And he's going for that 3rd medic. Yeah, medic's fairly strong here. Very nice performance. Meanwhile, Despro trying to check if he can capture the 3rd oil. He's going to do it. Sees the other scout as well. Takes it out. And yeah, he's going to be able to claim that 3rd oil as well without any retaliation from Unano. Unano is forced to let it happen. Despero with the quicker expansion as well went for the double War Factory strat, so he's going mass light tanks to get that early game boost. As you can see, he's already 5k army value ahead. And those two light tanks are going to be able to deny that cap. Yup, takes out the engineer as well. Yunano does see the army though, so he could potentially defend. But Despero is going for that split. Yunano did not scout at all, so he has no idea that that double War Factory is up and running. And Despero is going for that multi-prong. It's not going to matter, but he is going to do some damage. Or is he? Oh no, Yunano was trying to find that army, but misses it completely. It's in your base. Sniping the SD. It is going to get the SD. And in the bottom, it didn't do much. Turret came up. That threat should be eliminated. No harvesters went down. SD did went down though. Despero preserving his army for the time being, but it's going to be killed. But the pressure has been relentless. Straight into radar dome. No SD yet to be found. Still going for these light tanks heavily. But it's hard to say. I'm not sure if it's going to... Yunano might be able to defend this. Oh! Oh my god, his own rockets killed his own harvester. That is ridiculous. But so far, Yunano's doing a really good job defending. He's forced to switch to light tanks as well, I'm assuming. Yep, he switched to light tanks as well. But now, Despero can throwing those Blackhawks into the mix, but Yunano has enough. He held up really nicely, to be fair, and he can still held up really nice with the pillboxes. Because, you know, the light tanks on their own, they won't do much. With a couple of rockets, you can keep it safe. And this is actually a very threatening army from Yunano. However, Despero has these arties. Oh my god, actually. Oh no, this is going to be cleaned up so easily. This is just easy mode for Despero. He's playing against an easy AI right now. He's playing against the naval AI. This aggression is crazy. That attack from Yunano got shut down like it was nothing. And having these radar domes for now is paying off, and went straight into tier 3. Oh, almost was able to crush that, especially because Taya was crawling over here, so that means she had no cell to escape to. That would have been a 100% guaranteed crush, but unfortunately, Yunano didn't make it in time. Let's have a look at the eco in the meantime. Despero is stalling, but he still has 2 oils and an extra harvester up and running. And talking about eco, very nice attack here from Yunano. Almost went by unseen in the main base from Despero. Despero managed to recover all of his harvesters though. He pulled them back, sits them in the middle. And yeah, didn't achieve much, but in the meantime, this army is achieving a lot more RTs. And a small eco raid on the left side as well. Took out another harvester. Taya is there, but Yunano is forced to deal with this. A nicely timed pillbox can deal with Taya though. No, 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 no. Oh, even with 4 medics, she died, but it doesn't matter. Yunano calls the GG and Despero comes out on top. This is a really nice strategy. Like, yeah, this expansion is so close by that you don't really need an SD that soon into the game. Just keeping up the pressure with the double war factory kept Yunano busy so much that he did not have time to even go check on Despero what he was up to.
Battle control terminated.
Or to even prevent that 1 MCV from being a thing. No, tier 1.5 versus Tanya is not possible. You need at least tier 2. At least. You just need aircraft to deal with Tanya. That you can't do anything else. The only 1.5 tier that can be viable against higher techs is Soviet tier 1.5, because that can deal with Allies tier 2, mainly because of flak trucks. Subjugated, okay.
Battle control.
Alright, game number 2 is on its way. This is the pick from Yunano, subjugated. Game number 2. Despo starting in the bottom left, this time as Soviets. And on the other side, we have Yunano as allies in the bottom right. Don't forget, for everyone joining, this is RGL playoffs of this season. First game of the playoffs. Loser of this game is pretty sure it's out. Oh, that's a very nice spot to be in, actually. I like that spot. Ooh, almost lost the dog, but keeps it alive. Very crucial there. Chases Yunano off. Yeah, like I said, if you're playing Soviets and you're not going for dogs, you're playing this game wrong. And right off the bat, you can see why this is such a good advantage to have early on into the game. You can just force your opponent off any position on the map. Pretty much as allies, you can't do much. The only thing you can do is try to juke your opponent. Ooh, loses the dog there, but at this point, Despero does not care. He has defender's advantage. He had a very nice concave lined up as well. And right off the bat, you can see the difference in destroyed lost already under 2 minutes into this game just because of that dog. Despero takes the oil in the middle and is now making his way to the oil on the left side. And where is... Oh, I thought that Yunano went for an engineer, but I might have mistaken it for a medic because of the map. Yeah. Despero with a cheeky scout there. He's gonna make his way to take that oil. Dog looks like king who defend 10 rifles. Definitely does. The king of the people. Okay, well that rifleman got screwed. That is a huge flank. So that's crazy. That is really crazy. In the meantime, APC drop. I'm not sure what's inside. Let's see. It's rockets. Yep. 3 rockets inside. And this is a pretty big map as well, so you know, being able to flank is fairly easy. And Despero using Soviets really nicely here, like, you know, like not a lot of people use the APC for that. They prefer to use the APC because it's heavy armor. And you know, it's good for tanking in the early stages of the game, army versus army. But you can harass a lot here, like even though he doesn't kill a harvester, he manages to force all the harvesters to the other side of the patch, which already disrupted his eco. It may not be much, but it's all these little things that add up in the end. Once again, Despero is going for that 1 MCV, mainly because, yeah, this expansion is really close to the main base. You can almost even base crawl towards it. So even though it's gonna delay him a little bit, he is going to be a-okay. I think he also moved out the main MCV as well to get that poorly placed ref over there. It's not ideal, but you know, it saves him some time once again. And he doesn't build an SDs, and he also doesn't build an MCV, so he can save all that time. He steals all that time pretty much to build other stuff. And once again, he goes for APCs. He's pretty much doing the same build as last time, except on 1 war factory. And going for APCs instead of light tanks. Tried to harass over here as well, but got caught off guard. Keeps the APC alive and the 3 rockets. And already you can see he has 13k just because he can afford to keep producing. So yeah, it's once again, it's that early game pressure. Not too crazy this time. He is going for a second for an SD instead of Radar Dome, and I agree because that expansion doesn't have that much ore. The map's pretty big, so he's going to need ore at some point. So he's going to need that extra MCV. But he saved himself some time yet again, and here he comes. He's going to destroy that MCV. Can I pass through? No. No toll has been paid. Despero is going to lose this engagement regardless, though. There's 3 medium tanks. He can't really deal with that head on. But he is on the other side. And that was the MCV from his main base. Despero is not going to deal harvesters. But once again, he forced the harvesters off the patch. But here comes Yunano, though, retaliating. Oh, and that MCV is this payback. This could be the turnaround, because he took a very bad engagement. Yes, he took down the MCV, and Yunano's chasing the MCV. That's not the best decision to make. Despero's just buying time. Went for a heavy tank instead of a V2. Maybe the V2 could have saved him here. Airfield is gonna go down. So, bye-bye to Raider Tech. No! Yunano says, no, I'm not gonna take that. There's flamethrowers in this army as well. I like it. Wow, and this army came back because it was happy hour and refs were on the menu. Oh, hello. Wow, the attack from Yunano got stopped completely. Despero did not lose his MCV, did not lose his tech. And this is bad. Seems like, I don't think Yunano made a new MCV. I think he managed to claim... No, I think the Husk got killed. So he did make a new MCV, which is going to put him behind even more. Ooh, V2's already fired their shots. Gets disrupted by the medium tank. 1v2 stays alive though. You know, I already knew what time it is. It is time to retreat. I don't care about your infantry eco raid. Your eco raid belongs under my wheels. Pro this time with the base push. I like to see that he's a bit more aggressive with his MCVs this time. Because at some point during his playstyle, he definitely underestimated the power of base pushing. And yeah, it's hard. He's already on tier 3 as well. Yunano going for a huge flank. But at the same time, he's being pushed off the expansions. And this is a very crucial expansion for Yunano to have. Well, Yunano is going for a risk here, but it might pay off. Needs to send all the reinforcements he has to protect his expansion. And he just needs to keep Despro busy until he can do something with this flank. But you know, now he's facing Soviet tier 3, and once again Yunano is stuck on tier 1.5. So that means we're gonna see shock troopers coming into play. Tesla tanks are going to come into play, and they are just extraordinary with dealing against. They're pretty much an all-around unit. Their damage is not that great against tanks, but it's not bad either. It's very decent. Obviously better than a rifleman, let's be honest, versus tanks and stuff like that. But it just completely shreks infantry like crazy. Tesla tanks have a lot of vision, a lot of range as well. And this is not looking great. Yunano is getting forced into submission. MiGs are coming into play as well, which is going to be the cherry on the cake. And yeah, Yunano stuck as allies with tier 1.5. Means he cannot really deal with these MiGs except with rocket soldiers. I'm actually surprised that MiG went down. Also a Yak goes down. Base crawling now to this ore patch with more Tesla coils. Disrupting the eco from Yunano even more. Yunano's ecos has been taking a beating this entire time. And this army got spotted earlier by the Yak. Iron Curtain is up and running as well. So Yunano is facing the full wrath of Soviets right now. Small attack force here from Despro took out another harvester. And Yunano is just using his entire army to chase that little ball of electricity. And here comes the full force attack though. Onto the main base, and there's flamethrowers in this mix, so that means buildings are just going to melt. These armies will be able to merge together as well to protect themselves or defend themselves against these massive defense army from Yunano. But look at all this Soviet tech, flamethrowers and shock troopers. Will it be enough? Doesn't seem like it though. Yeah, in the meantime, Despro cannot be at two places at once. Yunano can be at two places at once. Look at this harvester graveyard over here by the Tesla coils. Yunano has no eco and no army. Despro is just chilling, taking all the map in his... He just claims the map completely. He's got a ref up here, he's gonna set up a ref over there. And he's just going to be able to flourish. Yunano calls it GG. And Despro comes out victorious in this playoff.
Battle control terminated.
Damn. That that was over fairly quickly. Let's say that. Holy shit. Yeah, those were some good games. All right. Let's see. We watched 5 Aces versus Yunano. We watched Despro versus Ups. We watched Daughter versus Min. That means we have Daughter versus Duke Bones left, Gorment versus Sigil, and Anju versus Despro. So I'm suggesting let's go Gorment versus Sigil. Then we move on to Daughter versus Duke Bones, and then we go on to Anju versus Despro, and then we're gonna go on for the match that I absolutely had to watch from Triple TP, which is Anju versus Ups, and I hope by that time Triple TP will be joining us. Wait, is there a third game? Is it best of 5? Oh, it's best of 5! Whoops! Fuck Europe! Whoops! That's right, it's playoffs. My bad. Wait.
Yeah, I was going to.
I was like, who the fuck's mumbling in? I heard someone. I was like, oh shit. Oh man.
No, it's fine. I hope they didn't start it yet.
Man, this you want to join me, man? Because I haven't started yet.
No, I'm playing TD right now.
Oh, you're playing TD? Okay, man.
Yeah, see, I have the stream in the background.
He's like, no, caution! Don't do it! Alright, thanks, man.
No problem.
I'm here. Have fun. Alright, we're going on Dover. Holy shit, there's more action. There's more action. Please don't slap me on my fingers with a hammer. Alright. Game number 3. So there is still hope for Yunano. He can still turn this around. Otherwise, he will be on 4th place. Actually, I don't know. That's not true because there's a 3rd place decider. So the loser of this match will be lined up against the loser of Gaseous versus Blackened to be the 3rd place decider. Wow, this is actually interesting. We both of these maps were played against Despro versus Ups as well. So last time we saw Despro on this map, he went for the Radar Rush build. And I'm curious to see if he will do it as well on this map. It's hard to say. Alright, so far, nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, that's strange. This time, Despro starts on this side of the map, but now he did win for that oil. Instead of this one, which is closer. Which is also strange, because he placed his racks rather closely to this oil. Yeah, shut up, Tux. Damn, that's already 4 medics in this army. In less than 3 minutes in this game. Yunano with double engineer, by the way. just lurking with binoculars to take that oil. Nope. Yeets. But Despero saw it with the light tank. And he's shooting bullets at his ass. Oh my god, the savagery. Yeah, it could have been Tux who was causing all the lag. That's true. Shame I'm not an admin, I would have kicked everyone. Alright, well. Unano will be able to secure that oil. We'll be catching Despero off guard. Wow, Despero is determined trying to find this this army. And he wants to try and stop the he wanted to try and stop the NG, but I don't think he's gonna be on time. It is going to be a close one actually, but if yeah, he ordered a shift command, so he should be fine. Ooh, no, he's not fine. He's not fine. Wow, he lost 2 engineers just for having an extra oil for a couple of seconds. That is not great. Wow. I wonder if I see. Despero decided to stay on 4 harvesters. I was about to say, why does Despero have a medium tank and a light tank, and his MCV is still faster than Unano's, but Despero skipped the 3rd ref. Ooh, yeah, he has a pillbox ready. That eco harassment is not going to do much. Seems like a scout has died because Unano's aware of the situation. But he has other issues right now. He's going to be flanked from left and right. Let's look at the combat tab real quick. The difference is not that big. It's just a very, very nice split from Despero so far. Oh, Unano has a ton of pillboxes sitting ready. The pillboxes the medics are definitely doing their work. But Unano is going to be able to defend this. And he didn't lose any harvesters, so that's a very nice play from Unano right there. But he's losing harvesters in his main base. 2nd harvester goes down here. And Despero also preserves most of that army as well. In the meantime, Unano just hasn't... The thing is, so far that I have been seeing, like, even though Unano is going for pretty, like, good flanks and stuff like that, like, this is a big map, so pretty much every flank is going to work. But there's a lot of cases or situations where, like, some of Unano's army is sitting idle. Whereas Despero's army, most of the time, even though it's split into 2 or 3, is always busy, always going for flanks, always being active. And immediately that reaction, Despero pulls the harvesters back. Unano is passing by. If he's not going to kill the Riv, then he pretty much wasted this attack as well. He's going to preserve most of the army, but he didn't accomplish anything. And, you know, that army being AFK could have been sitting in his main and prevented that small harassment from Despero earlier. So yeah, the decision maker from there's a big difference in terms of decision making, the skill level of decision making, I feel. Not taking the best trades, but the medics are making sure that that is not the worst trade. Nice attack from Yunano here, though. Nice. He's going to take out the Blackhawk as well. I think the Blackhawk was out of ammo. MCV gets away, though. Oh, man. It's not working out for Yunano for the time being. Army values are still pretty even, but once again, Despero is the first one taking up to tier 2. And mostly tier 3 is coming straight after that. Oh, that is not a good building to take down. Especially when there's 2 RT shooting at you. Oh, that Blackhawk. I was about to say that Blackhawk stays alive, but this is not looking well. This is not looking great. Nice tank flank. Trying to take out the arties. Takes out 1. Trades a tank for that though. Yeah, you can see that Yunano's already on 6 Raxes. 7 Raxes. So he's already on max infantry production. And Despero was sitting on 2. He just recently built another pillbox. He's now actually not building anything at all. This is the thing that I have seen the most from Despero, is that he does not really care about max infantry production as fast as most people do. And I can see why. Because especially as allies, oh, that RT was still alive, man. I had an extra shot. That was huge. But yeah, there are so many anti-infantry units available. Oh man, that small attack here as well took out 3 harvesters. God damn. Despero is just everywhere. But yeah, as I was saying, there are so many anti-infantry options available from the air, from your war factory if you're on tier 2, that, you know, you can easily turn it around against someone who just has 7 Raxes. And now that he's on tier 3, he's playing France as well, so he has a phase transport. This is not looking good. Preserves his ammo to only snipe the rockets. Yeah, Yunano fighting against a brick wall so far. Longbows are coming out as well. Meantime, an attack is forming on the left side. Alright, Despero's gonna work on that expansion. It seems like he should be able to take this for free. And with a nice flank from Yunano though. Oh, that's a good Aegon. Yep. Despero managed to snipe the Rev on the other side. He is going to be able to destroy the MCV. Oh, MCV got blocked by the Harvester. That's the reason he couldn't escape. I think it would have been fine if that Harvester didn't block him. And that Harvester also paid the price. And look at that mechanic value on the mobile radar jammer. That's insane. He was just tanking the pillbox with the Raider Jam, which is not the best idea because it doesn't have that much HP. It's not that great for tanking. Usually you want to keep it as a support unit in between your tanks to keep them alive. Meantime, on the other side, that eco flank has been dealt with from Yunano. Chronosphere is up and running as well. Small attack onto the middle again. Really nice. Right at the moment when Yunano just rebuilt that ref, he's gonna lose that refinery again. Maybe including the harvest if he doesn't pull them back in time. Keeps them safe, but where is he going? He doesn't have anywhere to go. In the meantime, Yunano has cleaned up the area over here. It seems like, you know, Despero has been disrupting over here as well, but ref stays up. And Yunano just calls the GG. Completely outdone by Despero. This has just been ridiculous play. Yunano saying too quick. And Despero comes out on top 3-0.
Battle control terminated.
Yo, Firearm, how you doing, man? It's been a while. Okay, well, very entertaining RAGL first match playoffs. And yeah, let's keep it up with the RAGL highlights for now. Let's go. I think we're saying Gormented versus Sigil.
Battle control initialized.
Yeah, Despero is really strong. We see this happen often, that players from different games, like I think our main three people that made an excessive performance in this game always come from other games. We had Goat coming from Age of Empires 2. We have Despero coming from Warcraft 3. And we have Cav, for example, coming from the CNC Net universe. And all of those games just require... it just requires more of the mechanics that we are using in RTS. It just requires like 200% more effort. Like I played Age of Empires as well. Age of Empires is really hard. The reason for that being... Oh wow, that was very poor dog micro. The reason for that being is like eco in OpenRA, for example, is a joke. It's so easy. You just put your ref down and that's it. But in Age of Empires, it requires so much micro in order to get your eco up and running. And if you even fail at that part, you can probably just stop before even playing. And that doesn't even take into account microing with units. Like microing with units in that game is also... I feel like microing units in Age of Empires is pretty much, I wouldn't say on par, but it is coming close to 0 Hour or Shattered Paradise, for example. Same could be said for Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 is also one of those games that require a lot of micro. Also because a lot of units have abilities of their own. Like most of the units in Warcraft 3, each individual unit has abilities that they can use. Also each unit has like mana resource and stuff like that. But you know, like I said, OpenRA is a pretty easy game compared to most of the other RTSs. And all of these players that play different RTSs are like doing very well in a game like OpenRA. It's one of the reasons why I like 0 Hour as well. Is because 0 Hour has a lot of unit diversity, first. And second, the macro part of 0 Hour requires a lot of micro as well. For example, like the production queue in OpenRA is also really easy. Like the production queue, you just fucking... You queue up 50 to 100 tanks and you're set for the rest of the game. Same with your infantry, you queue up like, I don't know, like 150 riflemen and 100 rockets, and you're probably good for like 50 minutes of the game. Maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more. It doesn't matter. But in 0 Hour, if you do that, like first of all, you can only queue up 9 units per building, I think. And what it does is that preemptively takes your money, which is not the case in any other CNC. Because in CNC, your money goes away while you're building it. But in 0 hour, if you queue up 9 units, let's say you queue 9 tanks, you instantly lose that 9 tanks, which means you can't spend that money elsewhere. So the most efficient way of playing 0 hour is queuing up 1 unit at a time, so you can have that cash that you have, you can spend it on other things in the meantime. So that's why it's important to keep that War Factory, for example, running all the time, which means you have to, every single time when there's a unit ready, you have to produce another one. And if you fuck up there, yeah, you're fucked. That's basically it, you're fucked. Anyways, Gormented versus Sigil on Annihilate. Been a while since we saw Gormented being highlighted before. Has been around for quite some time as well. I think since Season 9, he pretty much started about the same time as I did in OpenRA. And fought his way in the Masters since Season 10, when he defeated Pink Todd in the Season 10 Minions Finals, if I remember correctly. And Sigil has been around longer than I can remember, or as longer than I was part of the OpenRA community. He doesn't play that much at all. I believe he only plays during RAGL. I have no idea what he does besides OpenRA. But yeah, it's always a pleasure to see him come back, fill in those player slots, and he has been part of the highlights this season as well for at least a couple of weeks, over and over. Usually where there is highlights, there is Sigil. Oh, Sigil played a ton of StarCraft 2 as well. Yeah, okay, so that explains why Sigil is also fairly still good in this game, even though he doesn't put any effort into like practicing this game. Yeah, StarCraft 2 is another example. A very good example as well. Very micro intensive. If in comparison to OpenRA, like StarCraft requires you to have so much more skill than OpenRA. I play a ton of StarCraft 2, which has a lot of micro and multitask by comparison, but the minute micro isn't there at all. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, the macro is definitely there. Macro and multitasking is very, very important in StarCraft. That is true. Even though I haven't played that much StarCraft myself, I actually hated it, and I got my real life. Sorry. I got my friend to thank me for that. He was like, "Yo, you like RTS, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I always loved RTS." This was even before I played OpenRA, or even before Street Fighter, which was the game that I played before OpenRA, and I still do actually. It was like, "Yo, you and I, we should learn StarCraft, man. It's a really fun game. You're gonna love it." And then the first game I played, I remember this because he didn't even teach me the basics, and he fucking, I'm not sure if it's a cheese strategy or not, but like he used like medivacs and marines on me. I couldn't do jack shit about it. There were like 5 marines in my base with 2 medivacs or 1 medivac, and I couldn't do anything about it. And I got demoralized. Alright, this is a nice base push from Gormented. Both players have a Tesla coil up and running though, but Sigil's slightly outnumbered. Tesla coil goes down. Yup. Gormented being very aggressive here. His flank on the right side has been stopped for the time being. Oh, Gore is just trying to take out the MCV. Gets away with it as well. He didn't lose that many units to do so, so definitely the right choice. Steals this army from Sigil, but what am I seeing over here? In the main base. Hello? Gormented got so enthusiastic that he just completely forgot to protect his main base. He lost everything. Oh my god. preserves the SD and most of his harvesters, but he lost pretty much everything. So having this expansion is now pretty crucial for Gormented. He just decided he wanted to have another starting position. Wow, that backfired for Gormented a lot. He probably had he probably got too much dopamine from like, he's like, oh my, yes, I stopped Sigil so well on his expansion. I'm so much ahead, and then he just completely forgot to look at his main base. And now Sigil is here to finish the deal, to seal the deal. Getting rid of that eco, because even though it's completely mined out, it still does a lot for Gormented. Yeah, SD gets sold. How much? Oh wow, Gormented's actually floating 10k. So in terms of cash, he's going to be fine though. In terms of production, not so much. Sigil is sitting on 5 racks for the time being. We're still with a higher heavy tank count for now. But yeah, Sigil got a little bit set back because of the MCV. I think it was a good decision to move out the MCV to get that little bit of extra ore. Yep. And now Gore actually being distracted. He needs to be careful because this is most of his remaining army. He was a little bit undecisive. I think he wanted to force... I think he wanted to push this army, but decided not to. And I think that was a good choice because Sigil just could have decided to just move straight towards the expansion. Takes out the oil. And here comes that big engagement. But look at that army from Sigil. It doesn't matter how good Gormented Concave was going to be. There is no stopping this army right now at all. There is a big blob of purple moving into your base. Harvesters are being pulled as well. All of the harvesters are being pulled. We're going for maximum crushing right here, but it doesn't even matter. It is somewhat effective because there's flamers in Sigil's army, so he's actually cooking his own men. And it did work, but at the cost of what? He lost 3 more harvesters. And his eco is terrible. The fact that he was doing so well is because he had 10k in the bank. But he only has the ref up here. He has no ref up of this double mine, which he fought so hard for to compete with. And he's now getting this expansion. He's still doing somewhat okay. Like he managed to kill this entire army from Sigil. He has an SD and a war factory up and running again. Managed to get a refinery up here, which is going to be huge. He did lose a lot of harvesters in that fight, which was a little bit poor. He's on 3 harvesters right now. Oh, nice crushes there. Oh, and Sigil managed to make it to the bottom right as well. So losing this expansion doesn't really hurt Sigil that much anymore. He got completely mined out. The only issue is he's going to have some troubles eco sliding those harvesters to the bottom. With Gormenting snooping around. Or Gormented. In the meantime, Gormented just forgot completely about those rifles. Look at that vetted army though. Those are some VIP boys. Oh, he's going to check it out in the bottom. That's smart. Maybe he realized it because he didn't see any MCV sitting in that expansion. And yep, his gut feeling was right. Oh, but he almost doesn't have any rockets in that army, so taking out those flame towers is... Hello? There's a... Gord, there's a... I was about to say, there's a flamethrower, a flame tower sitting there, man. Wow, this game is going back and forth. Damn. Seems like Gormented was happy trading his main base just to force this expansion. Oh no. Yeah, not too shabby from Gormented. Really surprised he managed to come out on top. But Sigil preserved the MCV. Can just rebuild his eco. Let's have a look at the eco for both players. Really going back and forth here. But Gore is now doing perfectly fine. Yeah, whereas Sigil had this huge army lead and lost it all. This is probably that moment where Gormented used all of his harvesters to keep himself safe. But currently he has taken the lead in both earnings and army right now. So it is looking grim for Sigil, but not undoable. And this is the first way to achieve that. Heavy tanks from Gormented were completely out of position. And this army is getting destroyed from Gormented right now. Preserving the heavy tank right there. I like it. Meanwhile, the flank from Gormented has arrived into the main base. Snipes the SD straight away. Sigil has somewhat of army sitting there, but he has no static defenses ready to be produced. And that's mainly because he's out of cash as well. So he's not going to be able to stop this army. And his other army is completely out of position. So he has been sitting dry for way too long. And that's what's in the end inevitably is going to kill him. So it seems like that eco push or that base push from Gormented early on paid off. It's hard to say. It could have gone both ways. But Gormented managed to clutch it out. Kills 3 harvesters in the process as well. Blocks this refinery. Where are you going? He says. Nowhere but into my turret. And he's going to lose a 4th harvester. Sigil's not done yet though. He wants to use his last remaining army. But he's facing such a huge ping blob from Gormented. Even though his concave is not that great. Sigil's just being outnumbered. Traded pretty well though. But unfortunately meets his demise. What a blow. All of a sudden 3k army value versus 14k from Gormented. Yeah, this is the map that is like half the size of Dover. I mean, you can pretty much tell like this is not a big map in comparison to like Dover or Jungle Boogie at all. Nice heavy tank. Managed to snipe the harvester and get away with it. Gormented with his second MCV. No, it's still his main MCV. Huh. I feel like that's a mistake at this point. Like, even though it doesn't matter that much, but I feel like he could have just built a second MCV at this point. Yeah, Sigil's gonna lose this expansion. He doesn't have a racks up here, so he couldn't really start production on this side to keep this safe. Or a factory that he just built got sold. And this expansion is gonna go down for the second time, and that is probably going to do it for Sigil's morale. MCV is not going to be able to get away this time. Yep, Sigil calls the GG. Tormented clutched it out, and we're moving on to game number 2.
Terminated.
Man, I need some more water. I'll be right back.
Battle control initialized.
Oh, fuck, I'm getting old. All right. Welcome back to game number 2. We're coming near the end of these highlights from week 4 and 5 combined. Soon we'll be ready without triple TP even being able to show up. But I think he told me that he should have been here like 14 minutes ago. But all good, we're doing perfectly fine. And we are excited to see game number 2 and hopefully see some retaliation from Sigil to bring us the equalizer. Both players playing Soviet, both players went for dogs. Gormented already established a defensive position in the middle, claiming that oil. Sigil aware of the situation, and unfortunately is forced to back off. Not much you can do even with a dog if your opponent already controls the oil. And he did a good thing because, like, Gormit still had a dog of his own. I'm surprised both players are keeping the kennel up and running though. At this point, you can definitely sell the kennel. I'm not even sure if the kennel... well, it gives you like 200 back, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah. I wonder if you need 7 kennels to get max dog production. And I wonder how viable it could be to go for, like, let's say APC with dogs, for example. I'm curious to see if there's like if you have so many dogs at some point you can just bite through your opponent's entire army. Because the thing is, like, dogs ignore armor, whereas rifles do not. So if you manage to soak your dogs efficiently with APCs and shit, your opponent's gonna have a hard time microing. But yeah, dogs obviously can kill buildings and shit. Oh wow, that got some flack up his ass. Got completely destroyed. Hey, triple TP, we're just talking about you, man. Oh, barely gets the... Oh, he's going to put in the... No, don't go for the chase. Luckily, there's no flame tower from Gormented to be seen. But that could have been the case. Yeah, I am probably going to be done. I still have one... No. Oh! Wow. I was almost having an orgasm. Oh my god, he keeps one rocket alive. I think after this set we have daughter versus... I can't remember. We have one daughter match left. we have Despro versus Anju still, and then we have Ups versus Anju. I'm keeping Ups versus Anju last because you insisted that I really needed to see that game, so, you know. And you really wanted to see my reaction, so that's why I'm keeping that as the last, very last game. Yeah, we started a bit earlier because I had to do a June tournament. And that ended actually a lot faster than I anticipated. Not because I lost, like most of you would imply. Alright, Gore once again being very aggressive, but this time it's not going to work out. Both players with seemingly even macro so far. Very even army values as well. Man, I can still not believe this shit that I'm still, my throat feels still fucking sore after this much talking. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Never had a throat infection that lasted for this long. This is like week 2. Yeah, we're doing fine. Gormenton insisting on being aggressive. He's doing a pretty good job with his split. Forcing the harvesters off their ore patch. Really nice. But yeah, it's gonna be rough at this stage in the game facing so many flame towers. But at the same time, Gormenton is disrupting Sigil's eco, which is all he wants, and he's being aggressive once again. Let's see if it paid off. Well, still, even after this much eco disruption, Sigil has earned 3k more in this entire game already. Good boy. Yeah, don't make me I'm really curious right now, man. If somebody says something like that, that means a lot. But yeah, we'll see. Oh wow, this is very nice. Nice rotation from Gormented. Catching Sigil off guard yet again. Sigil has to retreat with his army, but no. He says, fuck it. I'm being persistent. I'm going straight to your main base. If I lose this expansion, so be it. If you lose your main base, then we could have the same situation like game 1. Yeah, Gore has to push forward. And to be fair, hello? Sigil? Sigil, please? Sigil, please? Oh, my RA heart. My soul. That's huge. Oh, no, 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 no. They're going for a base trade. Oh my god. Oh, what? This is so weird, but some of these games that I played against Gormented also ended up in this situation. Where's Sigil going? Oh, it's going over there. And actually, I believe that Sigil is actually in a better spot for the time being. Both floating 8k. Yeah, Gorment is all. I wouldn't say Gorment goes for all ins, but he does like to do these strategies that go for a high risk, high reward. Lots of times. Not always ending up in his favor, but sometimes they do. But it seems like Sigil has other ideas. He's gonna try and hide behind. He has a pretty big army. He's not aware of Sigil rotating yet. Yeah, Gore's in for a surprise. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Nice reaction from Gore, though, immediately going back. Gorminta's new main base is wide open, though. Not sure why Gorminta decided to go over here with his army. Ooh. Sigil barely being able to afford that refinery that he needs. It's got 3 harvesters loaded. And 2 harvesters more over here. Oh, that's a very nice flank. Instantly gets 2 harvesters with that small army. Very nice. Wow, that is an epic battle, but unfortunately the NG is not going to cut it. Eats a rocket to the face. And yeah. Gorminta once again just had more refineries up and running. Mainly because he already had this expansion established, and well, he was the one initializing the base trade as well. Like Gorminta was already somewhere over here when Sigil decided to move up to the main base. And his harvesters have been sitting idle for quite some time, but he manages to retreat. So he will be able to keep his base safe from this attack, even though he is outnumbered with double the army value. But he's doing a good job. He's deadballing right now while Gorminta is splitting. So he's actually struggling to kill this armor, this heavy tank, but like I said, he should have no issue dealing with that army. Unfortunately, he had to take this engagement outside of his base, which was unfortunate. Because, you know, at this stage in the game, he has to play defensively. And hopefully he can force Gorminta to take fights right next to Sigil's flame towers. That's what Sigil needs right now to make a comeback. Oh, but this is ballsy from Gorminta. Sigil's going for the attack. But there's a major pink blob moving straight into his base. Yeah, this could be the final blow. This could be it. Yep. Oh, it's gonna lose that harvester. Preserves most of his harvesters though. And now Sigil doing the harvester pull. Loses another one. Loses another one. Loses another one. Sigil with no harvesters. Barely saves his base. Oh my god. How he wished he was probably allies at this point. Because look at all of the husks he could have got back. And that MCV did a 360 before moving forward. Yeah, this is a lost cause. 7 harvesters versus 0. Soon to be 6 maybe. Maximum value rocket soldier right here. Holy shit, that rocket soldier did damage. . All right, well, once again, Gourmented clutches it out with a base
Battle
trade.
control terminated.
That was a weird games, but very entertaining. Like I said, we have 2 sets left. Well, 2.5. We got Daughter versus Duke Bones. That was the one. Daughter versus Duke Bones, and we have Anju versus Despro, and then Anju versus Ups, and that's gonna be it for tonight. Yeah, let's go minions, and then we can close it off with Masters.
Battle control initialized.
Oh man, why are people playing on Agita so much? God fucking damn it. Regardless, okay, here's triple TP. Hello, man.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Good to hear. It's been
Oh,
a while,
I'm getting
man.
you twice at the moment. I have to stop the actual stream. There we go. Right now I can hear you properly.
It's not bad hearing me twice. It's more double caution.
Double caution. That's right.
Double
Yeah.
the fun.
Double the sore throat.
Yeah, it's been some pretty entertaining games so far, I have to say.
Yeah. Well, I guess you've just been watching week 4 and week 5 highlights of week 4 and week 5, so it's like double the highlights as well.
Yes, and I actually did 2 different things as well. I had a Dune tournament at the start, and we managed to catch the playoffs between Despro and Unano as well.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
That's great work.
Yes. Yeah, those were some. That was a good set. Not sure if you know the result already, but
I don't know the result, but I will. You know, I don't mind it being spoiled because I'm a bit late.
Okay, well, Despro took it pretty convincingly.
Okay. Okay.
So that means Unano is going to play the loser of Blackened versus Gases for the 3rd place decider, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And obviously Despro will be playing the winner. And did you? I don't know whether. I think last week you announced the prize pool was at $40. The prize.
Yeah, I
pool
watched the forum post, but I saw the adjustment that it's now 150, I think.
180 the prize pool. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of a lot more respectable than.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like anything like last season. Last season
Yeah.
was absolutely mad, but
Yeah, but that's something we're not going to see being the case again, I think.
yeah, I don't know who's got that. You know, not many people have that amount of money to throw around.
True.
So that was pretty much a one-off. But yeah, this is still a good prize pool, and I think it should be something like maybe $70, $60, something like that for first place.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to work it out, but yeah, something along those lines. And obviously, people are very welcome to donate still. If they want to donate to the prize pool, they're very welcome to. There's details in the forum.
Well, I think we're just going to see a reoccurrence from Cautious Cup 5 finals. I'm calling it. It's going to be Despro versus Blackened.
Well, that final was incredible. So if we can
Yes.
have that again, I'd be very happy with that.
True. And there's a lot of stuff in the makings. Like after this, I think we're going to have the Tiberian Dawn Global Leagues return since long time. Already having $100 prize pool.
Oh, nice.
And I just saw that Blackened announced a dark tournament as well for Tiberian Dawn for the first time.
Yeah, that's going to be really good.
Yeah.
I've never played Tiberian Dawn before, but I'm definitely going to tune in for the dark tournament.
Never ever?
No, I don't think I've even played it in skirmish mode.
Not even back in the day, or?
No. I think it was.
Damn.
It was before Red Alert, wasn't it? So it was probably.
Yes.
Yeah, before I had any Red Alert was my first RTS. So.
Yeah. Well, they weren't too far apart from each other. They were like, I think Tiberian Dawn came out, and then like 6 months later, Red Alert came out. It's like, yeah, most of the, especially the infantry, was pretty similar. Most of the assets that you're seeing on the map were also fairly similar, or I think even identical. Oh yeah. But anyways, we have Duke Bones versus Daughter currently. Daughter has been pretty much the highlight man of minions.
Yeah, well, actually, I mean, both of these guys have been very interesting. Minions has been an amazing season because of how close it is, really. So it got to a stage where, I mean, now we're kind of in the closing stages, obviously in real time. But at this point, when we're watching this highlight, there was about 7 people who could still actually win minions. It was, that close.
Yeah.
And now we're down to only, I think, possibly 3 people can still win it. So it's still incredibly close.
Yeah, I think it's between Tux, Jur, and Jukebones. I'm not
and
sure.
And Jukebones at the moment. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, and I mean some of the other players are very close as well.
All right. Well, this one's gonna be an interesting one as well. Jukebones already with 3 medium tanks. Where are Daughter's tanks at? Well, not in the battlefield, I can tell you that much, but Jukebones is actually still struggling. The only mistake that Daughter made is not using his defender's advantage. He should have stopped his infantry. But still chases Jukebones off. That's crazy. That is crazy. Not even 6 minutes into the game and already so much slaughter going on. Agita's a great map. Yeah, I guess I just got sick of it. I think I played Agita a lot. I mean, the thing is, like, it's different. Like for example, back when I joined in season 9, a lot of people were playing OpenRA casually. The big boys. And like I think I remember this, but every single day I came online, there was at least someone doing 1v1s on the season 9 map pool. And like that's no longer the case. If I come online on OpenRA like now, there's at least one team game going on. So like the season 12 map pool is being played a lot less. And I don't know, I think I saw in my career I saw more games being played on Agita than any other game in my life. I'm trying to remember most of the season 9 map pool. We had Discovery. We had those what was it called? Sonora, I think.
We had Oregano for that one.
Yeah, Oregano as well, yep.
Yeah, I think that was my first season.
Was Pit Fight part of it?
I think that was season 10. There was I think Pit Fight was brought back.
Oh yeah. And Daughter is just fucking... He's being aggressive as fuck. He's still on top. Like 6k ahead in army value right now. I hope he doesn't push this wall of pillboxes. But I do like this rotation from Jukebones going to the main. Oh, that turret is not in a good position. The pillboxes are still able to shoot at it. Yikes. But Jukebones went for a very ballsy MCV on the left side into Daughter's territory, losing that MCV. And let's see if Daughter can react in time. Oh, his War Factory is being captured, but there's a medium tank. I'm getting flashbacks from my third game versus Gaseous.
Yeah, that's really lucky, isn't it? That came out at just the right moment.
Yep. Nice from Jukebones though. He knew that Daughter rotated his army to deal with eco harassment, and immediately when he saw that, moved in to chase away the MCV, force him off of his land. Oh, but eco harassment from Daughter as well on the bottom gets 2 MCVs just like that. And slowly but surely, Jukebones is losing eco and manpower. That's crazy. Oh yeah, Swamplands was also part of season. Swamplands was I like Swamplands. Swamplands was a good map.
There was a Mo map as well, I think. There was a Mo map on it.
Yes, that's true. But I think it got I think I never saw it being played, except when Mo was playing RAGL. But that's true. There was
I think I picked it against somebody because I felt like season 9 was a funny season because there was Minions was 18 players, so it was like an absolutely enormous division, and there was like a massive range of skills from like people who were quite decent. Like I think Yara won that season, but I think Gore was up there, and yeah, there was quite a few, and Nico I think was in Minions as well.
Yep.
Maybe
True.
Sinjul as well. And then all the way down to like me at the other end of the spectrum.
Damn, don't be so hard on yourself, man.
We had, so there was some matchups where you kind of thought before it started, I'm not sure I've got much chance here.
Damn, Dollar actually being a fucking brutal beast. Relentless. Just spanked Duke Bones out of this universe. Like, get the fuck out of here, this is my game. This is my territory. Just savage. Just straight in your face this entire time. Yeah, Wetlands was... Swamplands was really good. I like that one. Yeah, game number 2 on Subjugated. Holy shit. That was I'm so like surprised because I saw like other games from Daughter like last Friday where who was he playing again? I have to check. I think he was playing, oh yeah, he's playing Mo or Tux. Yeah, he played Tux as well. One game. Just got... Wait, you took a game from Daughter?
Yeah, this season.
Damn.
I took a game from Duke Bones as well.
What?
I still ended up not very high up the list, but yeah, it was. I got a few games.
Damn, that's impressive. Have you been training with Blacken still?
Not since the start of the season, really. Most of my training has been playing RAGL matches. It's like the 5 Aces training system.
Right.
Where you only play RAGL matches.
I mean, you'll get there eventually, but if you're only gonna play during RAGL, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, that's right. It's tough.
Well, you could switch to Dune. I mean, I never played Dune, and I'm true to round 3 right now. I think I'm gonna be eliminating round 3 now because I'm facing the creator of the change balances to Dune to make it more competitive.
How does it work then? The tournament, is it knockout?
Yeah. I don't think there's a loser bracket. It's just like single elimination.
Oh wow, okay.
So I might be done for. But yeah, like I don't know any builds. I know what to do sorta, you know, but I don't know a build order.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first round was 2-1 and the second round was, well, I completely dominated that guy. I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, there's one build order I know which is an all-in.
Oh, that's a good one to know.
Yeah, it's just like PP into 4 racks, sell MCV, and that's it. Oh, early light tank.
Got a bad waypoint as well on his. I don't know how far, like whether I'm ahead or behind you at the moment, but
I'm at 236.
Okay, right. I'll slow it down a bit.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. This is like golden rule. Never initiate a waypoint from your war factory until you have like 4 harvesters out. Never ever do that. Like, it's not worth it. Like, I get it. Like, you could argue like, yeah, but then my light tank is straight where I want it to be. Like, you have nothing to do at this point, unless except for looking at your base. So you can just select the light tank manually and just escort it where it needs to be. The waypoint doesn't need to do that for you at this stage of the game. Yeah, that's just me. Anyways, double light vehicle for Duke Bones.
And Duke Bones went War Factory
Wait.
first.
Yeah, but he's
Double
going
left.
SD now into a third ref. I feel like that's a mistake. I would have probably skipped the third ref completely. If I were him, I would have probably, because he built 2 light vehicles, I would have probably built another Rax. And build another harvester as well. Oh, yeah. And then he would have been on 5 as well, but with a bit more infantry. Oh well. It is what it is. Oh no, the light tank! Wait, what? God damn, that stays alive? Ooh, MCV. Yep, he's going to be placed in the middle. Duke Bones preserves that light tank again. And now Rex. Wait. That was poor from Duke Bones. He could have abused the Rex vision to win this engagement, but now he's going to abuse the Conyard's range to clean up this army. Medium tank comes in at the perfect time as well. And yeah, Daughter getting destroyed right there. Now Daughter with his defense structure ready. Flame Tower. Flame Tower does decent damage against the medium tank actually.
If it's standing still.
Yeah. Ooh, but here comes Pillbox. Daughter not reacting that fast. Pays the price. And yeah, already 5 minutes into this game, Duke Bones has an advantage of 5k army value, which is kind of huge at this point. Duke Bones also took the oil in the bottom, yoinked it away from Daughter.
The light vehicles and the MCV.
Yeah, but Daughter could have blocked the refinery with the harvester actually, disrupting his eco even more, but instead he's going to choose to kill the harvester, kill the MCV. Oh, can he get? Oh, keep blocking it. Yep, keep blocking.
Ooh.
Gets it. Gets away with it, man. Now all of a sudden, Daughter is being picked apart. Yep, puts the light tank in the refinery. Perfect. God damn, and a flank in the bottom as well. Takes out 2 harvesters from Daughter. Daughter is down to 4 harvesters. And a 8k army value difference. Daughter calls the GG. Wow. Man. That is so weird that these games, both of these games were like so savage. First of all, Daughter just steamrolling through. Cleans up Duke Bones like fucking Daughter was the janitor. And Duke Bones was the filth. And then all of a sudden, just Duke Bones turns it around in game number 2. And takes out Daughter like it was a regular Tuesday. That is ridiculous. Assuming this game was played on a Tuesday. Alright. Minions is done. We still have 3 games. All of these 3 games consist Anju. Anju versus Despro. And Anju versus Ups. I'm assuming we're gonna keep Anju versus Ups as last.
We could do. I mean, we could do that one now. I think let's do that one now, and then we'll do the other one.
Okay.
The Desperate. So well, let me find it first. So, of course I need to look for.
Take your time.
Whose name has no letters in it. Here we go. Right. So we're on game number 1 on Rediscovery. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
there was no game number 2 in the highlights forum post, so I don't have that one.
Well, game number 2 is similar, but you know. Okay, count me in.
All right, on the count of 1, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Control initialized.
On Rediscovery, blah. Wait, why do they have the exact same color? Oh my god, I just realized. What? Like, I know they... pretty much it's both their respective color normally. But my god, man, the stubbornness right away.
Yeah, how is that even possible?
I feel like Anju's is a little bit lighter. Just a little bit. Oh my god.
So yeah, you could have watched either of the two games. They're both highlights for the same reason. And this is the main reason. I mean, it's a good matchup as well. Ups and Anju coming very close last season, but still, this is, yeah, totally ridiculous.
How am I even going to see the fucking... How can I even go and see who is who? Oh man. Alright.
You can hover over someone.
Yep, yeah, I'm not gonna do that for every individual unit, I'm gonna tell you that already. But okay. Like, I could tell that Anju Scout is coming back home, but he has no racks. So yeah, Anju actually going for rack skip. Ups is gonna see that. No, wait, what? Why is he? What? He went to check out the corner and he's like, oh, okay, I found him. I don't need to know what he's up to. I don't need to look anywhere further into his base. Like, if you send a scout over there, assuming like you are prepared to sacrifice that rifle already, you know, he's a dead man. Like, just send him in. Like, he could have had so much intel, but he just decided not to. That's weird. Very strange. Very, very strange. But, yeah. Anju not being that greedy. Still went for the Rex. And Ups went for War Factory first. Yeah, I feel like these two build orders are quite reasonable. Double Ranger for Ups. Anju, hello? You have to capture this oil, Derek. Okay, these rifles are both from Anju. But this Ranger is not. Oh, okay, gets the... Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty big, isn't it?
Yep, so blocks the War Factory.
Engineer didn't even manage to make it to take the near oil, Derek.
Yep. This is good from Ups. He's not going to delay the War Factory production that much. But he does force Anju to build a pillbox. Oh, actually, the longer Anju's gonna wait... Oh, I see what he's trying to do. I think he was trying to one-shot the Ranger.
Yeah, he's trying to burst it, wasn't he?
Yep. Nice disruption. Did get a couple of seconds. But yeah, Anju with that big burst. 5 harvesters already.
We had quite a big discussion in the Discord. I think it was yesterday or at the weekend maybe. About who does this favour? The spawn points. Who's got the advantage? Because it's not quite, you know, it's rotationally symmetrical, but it's not a mirror image. So some like the expansion in the middle, slightly closer to Ups, and it's got the protection of the rock from Anju's side, but then the expansion in the other direction is nearer to, you know, that's easier for Anju to get to than Ups' equivalent expansion. So
yeah, it's hard to say, but I feel like that's a discussion that should have been present before the map pool was made. Like at this point in time, I feel like that's, yeah, you know, it's not up for debate anymore.
Well, it's still not obvious who's got the advantage, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true. But as long as it's not obvious, I think that's a good thing for a multi-spawn map like this one. Oh. You know what this feels like? There's like a mission in Tiberian Sun where you play as Nod and you play against Nod because they are being traitors. But they wear different colors there because, you know, they wanted to be their own faction. I feel like this is like before that part where they changed colors. They like, you know, they were like, we don't want to be part of Germany. They're also coincidentally both playing Germany. This is East versus West Germany. God damn. As long as they're not gonna like go in, like, as long as Up stays on his side of the map, I can tell who's who. But that's gonna change at some part.
If it gets to Chronotank versus Chronotank, and
oh man, yep.
they're just all teleporting all over the place.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's friendly fire all the time. Yeah, Ups is doing well so far. With the pressure. But yeah, this map is big, so Angelo can just take the other half of the map, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. Oh. Walls from Ups. Nice. No turret for you, sir. No pillboxes for you. I'm using my rocket's superiority to deal with your shit. Very nice. Very nice. Just a couple of walls. Immediately killed off that expansion from Andrew. Man, this should be a rule. Colors should be we should be able to distinguish who is who.
So I haven't told you, but I locally changed the colours of. I've changed Ups to be a yellow on my replay because they got so.
Oh, you altered it.
Going on. Yeah.
Well, you're just intentionally making this worse for me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I could have uploaded this replay, but no, I thought you'd like to watch it in the original colours.
Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, thanks a lot.
That's all right.
Alright, Andrew is killing his own harvester. Psych, it's Upses. Wow. Andrew actually forcing Ups off. Look at this army value for Ups already. 21k.
You might not have noticed, but the bottom left-hand oil belongs to Ups.
Oh my god. Andrew's probably like, yeah, that seems mine.
We're getting some more walls as well from Ups.
Yeah, I like it. He's going to be able to deal with the tanks really nice. Pillboxes are pretty much useless. Like, Ups is just bullying Andrew out of here. I think it's also pretty ballsy from Andrew to put a war factory down there. Oh, come on, man. I can't tell who's who in terms of medium tanks. Did they play the second game like this as well?
Yes.
Oh my god, this is so dumb.
Yeah, you think the first time it could have been an accident, but the second time, that's got to be deliberate.
And I thought some sick shit was gonna happen, you know, like, I don't know, like a demo truck that goes into another demo truck that causes a chain explosion and kills like 20k assets. But no. This is the highlight of the stream, everyone. This is what you came to see.
I don't know if you even noticed, but at the bottom, Ups has a small dispatch of army.
Yeah, I see it. I saw it. You know what's even more useless right now? The fucking mini-map. Because it seems like one player just decided to play against himself. Alright, so Andrew's over here. And Ups is over here. Killing the main base a little bit. And then Ups blocks the War Factory as well, and I assumed it was a tank from Andrew coming out of the War Factory, but no! No, it's not. Okay, the pink player calls the GG, the other pink player wins.
Yeah, there we go. So
What
the
a
only thing worse
game.
than that could have been if Ups had also called himself some invisible character.
Yeah.
And then we could have had no name against no name, both in pink.
And if I could have casted this live, I could have made a prediction saying who is going to win. Pink or pink. Yo, Stream89, thank you for the host, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. God damn.
So I hope you enjoyed that one.
Yes.
Special presents.
I'm gonna have nightmares about this. I mean, this is really the opposite of what I do. Like, sometimes I'm even like, I just give away my color. Like, I don't really care about that much, but, you know, just for the sake of it. Oh man, this is, oh my god. Like, how can you even do this, like, being Ups or you? Like, yeah, this is fine. I mean, as a player, it's different because obviously you can tell who's your units just because of the vision it grants you. But still. Alright, well. Coming down to the last set, we have Anju versus Despro to close it off.
Yeah, this is a good game.
Both of them, or?
Yeah, yeah, both of them.
Cool.
And they don't have the same color as well.
That's
I mean,
super. That's
what makes it
fantastic.
good.
Yes.
Just every game that
I did
players
not
don't
real.
have the
I
same
did
color.
not realize how much a color could make a difference. But holy shit. Yeah, there's no second game in the highlights. So, but yeah, it was there for the exact same reason. So, you know.
Yeah.
It saves me torture.
The second game, I've got like, I mean, I've watched it as well, but I forgot to change the colors in it, so I don't really know what happened with it.
All right. Anyways, you ready for game one?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Battle control initialized.
The next stream we have, because obviously you guys saw some more replays, we have Battle of the Van Cities coming this week as well, which is Moots versus Fake Fan. We all know Moots was the original curator of the nickname Fan City 22. And we still have a huge Smurfs in our middle. Called Fake Fan. He has many other names as well, but he has been from the... We all know he's from the Gatekeeper era. So he adopted Mood's name for quite some time. That's why he's mainly known for being Fake Fan. And they had a battle some time ago. Yeah, we're gonna watch that this week as well. And then somewhere this week we're gonna have some more SP replays. And then we have an exciting combined arms game as well between Darkademic and Nah. Yeah, right now we're back on Agita again. I think Agita is probably the most played map on this stream today. Maybe even the season.
Yeah, it might be.
Well,
It was.
or Solid Valleys.
No, so the top two are... The first one is top played map is Annihilate, and the second is Agita, or Agita.
Wow.
And in Minions, it might be something.
That's actually interesting, because there was a lot of debate before season 12 that the maps needed to change, right? In terms of expansions and ore patches and blah blah blah. I think the main complaint, or the guy complaining, was happy in that regard. I think. I mean, a lot of people agreed with him. Let's be honest. But you know, and it's so strange that the most played maps are maps that were not made in that particular season or for that particular season.
Yeah.
Was this the case for overall or Masters only?
Both overall and Masters. Yep.
Interesting.
So in Masters, then Annihilate and Agita were tied at 13 games all, and overall then Annihilate's 36, Agita 32, and then Jungle Boogie at 26,
Okay.
third map overall.
Yeah, Jungle Boogie seems like a pretty fan favorite for a lot of people. But yeah, if you like most games that I see on Agita and Annihilate are being played completely differently than, like, for example, Subjugated or Jungle Boogie or Dover even, because I think Dover was played a lot as well.
But Minions, top played map, Sullied Valleys. It's been played 20 times in Minions.
Wow.
And Agita is second at 14 games. So it's like almost, well, not quite twice as many, but it's a lot more than anything else.
I reckon it's players picking maps they know. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, for a player like 5 Aces, I would understand that he picked Agita a lot.
So Despero's gone for the double light vehicle build. And
Yeah,
looks to
double
be
flak even.
Waiting hopefully for an MCV.
He's going for double War Factory again as well. I think he might go 1 MCV. I think he thinks that, yeah, I think he believes that range is quite acceptable for that expansion in the bottom. Maybe not, it's going for SD. Yeah, 2 War Factories. It's not a bad decision. Like, Agita is one of those maps that does have a lot of starting ore, plus you have 4 ore mines at your disposal. Oh wow, the 2 flak trucks almost intercepted that MCV. Grenadiers going for the power plant, gets it while a pillbox was in their face. Yeah, MCVs have light armor, or wooden armor even, I think. So, they are very weak in their mobile state. Definitely the perfect prey for flak trucks. At first I thought it was questionable to build double flak, but he was building them precisely for that.
Guess where the MCV is going to go to, then it's definitely a good build.
Yep.
But he's going to be a bit behind now because there's nothing really which he can take out with those flaks now.
True. But he is sitting on 2 War Factory, which means he's going to be able to produce heavy tanks as fast as Andrew can build medium tanks, which is pretty huge the longer this game takes.
Mm.
Okay. And he can still be an annoyance with like killing infantry.
Yeah. When they're on their own.
Okay, pillbox comes up. But again, not in a good position. But it enough to chase Despro off. Oh. That is a mistake. Despro unpacked both of his MCCs at the same time. And he was building Raider Dome. He was 10 seconds away, I think, of being able to put it down.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Flags are definitely being a nuisance. Here comes Despro again. But Angio does have a sizable army in the main base waiting. Oh, but... Oh, yeah. Yep, Despro needs to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that was a good trade still for Despro. Didn't lose too much, and he got the medium tank.
Yep. Here comes the power of heavy tanks right now, though. 3 heavy tanks in that army on the bottom. Yep, 3 heavy tanks was enough to push through that. Meanwhile, on the other side, Angie's retaliating. Pretty good attack from Anju, actually. Despro actually being behind in terms of army value. Takes out the MCV in the bottom. But he's gonna have issues being able to defend this. He's got a flame tower up and running. That's good. And chases Andrew off. Also his own radar dome, so that's what I've been saying before. Despro just uses most of his units individually really well that he can afford being behind in army value. This is what I said before on stream, is like tier 2 provides so much. Like a lot of players like us, including, like, we get told to like go on to Rax production really fast, right? Like,
Yeah.
you build 2 Raxes after your SD, then you get onto your first expansion, you build 2 Raxes there, and then it's like Happy, for example, did like PP Rax Rax Ref, PP Rax Rax Ref after expanding, which means you're on max production instantly. But Despro is sometimes like sitting on 2 Raxes.
He's on 3.
Yeah, exactly. But there's so many anti-infantry options. You know, you have air and you have V2s, and you can do a lot with that compared to like a guy that has 7 Raxes. The difference is that you can produce so much that you're able to multi-prong really well, because you'll obviously have more army than the player going with tech, which is the case right now. But yeah, if he can manage to clean up armies like this with the V2 and air support, that's going to be a good V2, I think. Yeah, decent shot. But
One medium tank chasing off.
yep. Nice Tesla call. That's exactly what he needed to get rid of that medium tank. And yeah, Yaks also provide really good vision support and map control.
But at the top left.
Top left. Oh my god. Oh, V2? Okay. Up should probably not kill that. I mean, yeah, this is what happens. I mean, Andrew. Could have probably just got an engineer. Hopefully Despro wasn't paying attention. He could have captured that back. Despro already preemptively moving away the harvesters. You saw the attack coming with the Yaks. Gets a really good cleanup with these Yaks as well. But loses... Ooh! Almost loses all of them. Yep. Oh, lost 3 Yaks in that engagement. That is a bummer. Well, oops. Andrew's actually doing really nice with these attacks going left, right, center, willy-nilly.
And he's got his war factory back up again now, so he's kind of got a chance. He's actually ahead on army.
Not anymore.
It take very many V2 hits for that to...
Yeah. And that's what I've been saying, like... Despro is just doing really well with V2s and Yaks. And at the same time, you know, like... having aircraft also gives you that extra production queue that you can make. Like, Raxes only make your infantry go faster, but... if you have the cash for it, obviously, like, Andrew's floating 13k cash. If there's someone that could take up and get like an aircraft production running, it is definitely Andrew. Whereas Despro is actually struggling to get money at this point. But he didn't lose the ref in the bottom where Andrew flanked from. He's trying to get harvesters and just completely forgot to kill the refinery, which is actually pretty huge for Despro. Alright. Attack got spotted on the right side. And that V2, look at that. That one V2 is just forcing away that entire blob instantly. Because Angie knows. And now what do? Like, look at this one unit that is just chasing away this entire blob of assets. Oh, Andrew's trying to return the favor. Yep.
Yeah.
He's got an NG capping the SD, but Despro spots it immediately. Like, Despro's screen of attention was already in that area, so it's hard to deny it. But once again, nice flank. Baiting Despro away in the bottom. Just so he can move in with his other army up top. Didn't kill the Harvester though. In the meantime, I see a small brown line in the main base. Heavy tanks doing some eco harassing. But yeah, nicely going from Anju. Just without many losses. Just pushed Despro off just like that. And Despro has 20k army, but where is it? Can't be only that in the middle, right? He has 2 yaks. Am I missing like an army sitting somewhere?
He's got 2 heavies at the top, but just a V2 and on the left, but most of it's in that middle blob.
I like that 1v2 as well, just sending 1v2 just to snipe that refinery. And it makes you question a lot as well as the player being Anju, like, okay, there's a V2 shooting at me, he's being protected by tanks, what's in the shroud? You can't see it. Oh, but the V2 is being caught. Parabombs are coming in as well, but he might friendly fire a little bit. Very nice parabomb, actually. Nice calculation. Sitting on the edge of the map as well, so that plane was just instantly there to bombard Anju's army. But yeah, Anju actually doing really well against Despro here. But I think that's mainly because Anju has a very different playstyle than most of the people Despro played in this season. I think Point One said it at some point. Anju is one of those players that if RAGL season 60 is gonna happen, he's gonna be there at the age of 85. Okay, the heavy tanks are being dealt with. SD got sniped though by the paratroopers. And this is a chaotic battle. I need to look fucking everywhere on the map. But yeah, Despro has chased Anju off the land pretty much completely. Except for this power plant and pillbox. And Despro definitely with the bigger map control. And this is something that I like to do as well. Just send the yak. Look for a blob of army. Send your V2 on its own. And just snipe it. Get as much assets as you can. It's always a very satisfying sound to hear as well. Like you're shooting the missile into the shroud. And you hear like thousands of men just crying in agony. You're like, oh yes. Bullseye. Anju does have 3 arties sitting there, so...
He's got the arties, he's just got no air at the moment.
No.
Do with a Black Hawk and then... But he's out of cash.
Ooh, yak goes down. No more vision for Despro. Meantime, Despro moving on the left side, but he's gonna have a hard time. There's no refs to be found. There's no harvesters to find. Except for an army that's already sitting in defender's advantage. And Despro's getting shreked on that side. Yeah, army values are looking fairly close, but you know, Despro just has too much map control. Has access to way more eco than Anju. And at the same time, just like you said, Anju has no money. He's also not mining from his main base completely. Look how much regrowth there is in Anju's main base.
And that he lost his MCV early on and he's still not rebuilt it. So that's costing him because he can't build over that side of the map at the moment.
Yep. Does have a Black Hawk. So he was listening to you.
Oh, good. Black Hawk and 4 arties there now.
Yep, and a big army from Anju. He's moving on the left side. Despro in the meantime went to tier 3. And that's good because he's still giving Despro the idea that Anju is focusing all of his energy and assets on the right side to defend that position. So Anju could force something nice.
Rockets.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Yeah, look at that heavy tank count as well. Just because he's been sitting on 2 war factories this entire time.
Anju's going in on the left.
Yeah. He has no choice. He has to do something. Oh, that yak crash. Gonna lose a tier 3 though. Probably could have sold it actually. Yep, there we go.
Despero's actually capping the refs at the top as well at the same time.
Oh my god.
All this madness.
Stop! He's already dead! Andrew calls the GG, and the first game goes to Despero, but it was a lot closer than I initially thought it was going to be. Let's
Andrew
move
played
on.
well.
Yeah, for sure. He always does actually. I think he was also one of the few players that managed to upset Cav in
Yeah, I think you're right.
the previous season with that light tank build or something like that. He was like, man, this is fucking dumb. That's funny. All right. Final game, boys. On the count of 1, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Battle control initialized.
On Subjugator, once again, this map has been kind of played as well, but I felt like it was hated in Minions.
Well, no, it was hated by Tux, I think.
Oh, well, that doesn't matter.
I think Tux hated Subjugated and Sullied Valleys, which meant that quite a few people
Yeah,
picked
well,
whichever one he didn't ban.
in return, we hate Tux, so, you know, it balances out. How's recruits going? We have Private Leaf versus Mies, I think.
Yeah,
first
so
place?
this week we had Private Leaf against Mies for first place. They Private Leaf needed 2 wins, so 2-0 to come first. Mies just needed a 1-1 draw. But yeah, that's a good matchup, and I've got that as one of the highlights for this week when I get around to writing it up. There were a lot of good matches. In fact, there were just a lot of matches this week, but there were a lot of good matches as well. So,
Is the forum post up and running for today?
not yet. It's still on old-fashioned paper.
Wait, what?
It's,
You write them down on paper?
Yeah, write it down on paper. Behind the scenes, there you go. Some behind the scenes goss for what goes on.
Damn. Pretty old school.
Pretty old school. But I like it because then I can circle things. Can't do that. Otherwise, there's no way to do circling on a computer.
There's paint.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true.
Alright, so next time we're gonna see the highlights being made on paint. What games are these? These are from, I think these are from week 5, right?
Yeah, these are week 5. Week 5 games.
Oh, okay. Raider don't build. That's nice. We love to see it. So
At
that's
this point
Raider
in the
Dome.
season, Andrew's gone War Factory first 100% of his games. So, he's every game.
No
War Factory
surprise. Yeah, he always does that. No surprise.
first. Despero has all sorts of different things.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna go double helipad into third ref and then followed by War Factory.
And Despero's also had 60% of his games he's had a tech center, which is pretty insane.
That's quite a lot, yeah.
I don't know what the overall average is, but for this map, it says it's 6% at this point in the season.
Yeah, it's probably not 60% for overall.
No, it's not 60%. Ajita has 7% from
Damn.
the last game. It was 7% tech center usage.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
probably by this pro. Well, I think it's no because of 5 aces. 5 aces played I think Unano on that map, and he went tech center. So did Unano. Oh, we see 2 Blackhawks, and yeah, this is just the power of this build early on. Just a very good scout. Pretty much ups like a ranger as well. You can just snipe units.
Andrew changing over the rally point to the top barracks, which is quite neat. But still not,
MCV.
not enough.
Nope. Yeah, he's on 4 axes already as well. But as you can see, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this pro needs to be careful because like he's coming in very close territory. And Andrew can just spam pillboxes at this point. So I think Despro definitely overcommitted here.
And he's pulled a harvester, but he can afford to because he's on, what, 6 harvesters, I think?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
7
5, 6,
even.
7 harvesters even. Despro's on 3.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing with this build. Also, is not going for SD.
So he's like 2k or 1.5k up on destroyed lost. But economy, then Andrew's massively up on assets. He's like 6k up on assets.
Yep. Yeah, but at the same time, it's hard for Andrew to force anything here.
Yeah.
As long as this pro can sniff out every attack, make sure he can snipe all the rockets. Like, it's gonna be hard even for Andrew to deal with the light tanks. The only thing is that, yeah, this pro is gonna be... Oh, wow, he went for 2 Raxes immediately. Over making a ref first. He's floating 3k cash. He always does this. Like, he preserves cash because he knows that he's gonna have a small to... Well, it's just a little income compared to Andrew, obviously. Yeah, the Blackhawks are probably gonna cut it here. They're already sniping all the rockets. All the rockets have been taken out. And, yeah.
And I have no idea how you even see the rockets on this map.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's pretty hard to tell. But, yeah, look at that. Just by sniping the rockets, he immediately forces the retreat on from Andrew. And yeah, the lighting can just clean up the rest, or they can just drive over them as well. Yeah, that's pretty much how this build usually works. The only thing is light tanks suck so much against dealing damage to harvesters. Oh, Andrew bringing over the MCV as well. He's trying to be aggressive. And he's on Radar Dome Tech too, which is definitely the right choice to make.
I had a good game against Hans Nihal, where I built some light tanks against his harvesters. And they do pay off eventually, but you need to leave them there for a really long time.
Yeah, it just takes a lot longer. Oh, wow, but this is paying off as well, for sure. Just put the light tank in the fucking refinery. And Andrew doesn't even realize that's 3 harvesters that cannot put their cash into the bank. He realizes now, but just the amount of time and eco already lost is huge. Did he realize or not? I saw the medium tank going over there. Yeah, what? No. Oh, he does now. Damn. Oh, man. Oh, the MCV is gonna be sniped by the Blackhawks. I can feel it.
It needs to deploy. Oh, it got there. Is that enough? Oh,
Nice bait with the AA guns, though. Yeah, that did not work out for Andrew the way he planned it to be. But at least he got rid of those 2 Blackhawks. But yeah, once again, these games are pretty close. Like, Andrew is definitely keeping himself alive pretty well. He's on tier 3.
Yeah, he's actually got to tier 3 first.
Yeah, that's the first as well.
And he's not revealed it yet either. He's not built Tanya, so I don't think Despero knows that it's there.
Nice attack here. He's gonna get at least one harvester, but he should back off. Oh no, he's not even going to get it. Oh, oh no, the indecisiveness. No. Oh my god, that is so unfortunate. And now Despero can even clean it up. Andrew is willing to just stand, keep his ground. Oh my god. Failed eco raid and losing that entire army. In the meantime, Andrew trying to force something on the other side with 3 RTs and his own Blackhawk this down. Snipes one of the RTs. Nice pillbox as well. Pillbox can deal with the RTs. This is very chaotic so far. There's Taya now coming out for Anju. This person's probably like, what the fuck? This man's on tier 3. But yeah, still, like, Anju forced a lot of assaults. But in the end, Despero still managed to take this expansion. He's got an extra war factory up and running as well. He's taking the expansion in the bottom left as well. Still has a pretty good army where now he, in return, can flank with. And there is not much that Anju can do. Anju does not have the army to deal with that. Lots of rocket density. Goodbye, harvester. Andrew's out of cash as well. He does not have a pillbox ready. This
Found
yep.
the tech center.
Exactly. And that does not have much health.
No.
Another harvester as well. Goes down. MCV is next. That is huge. You could potentially retake these harvesters. But it's not building mechanics. But yeah, now he's being forced away on the other side. Like I said, Anju does not have the army to deal with this. Now his other MCV is getting sniped. The potential to regrow his eco has been eliminated. And so is Anju's morale as well. Calls the GG. And Despero comes out on top. Damn. First game looked really promising though for Anju, I gotta say.
I think Despero's been a highlight so often. Just his different builds and also the micros. Insane.
Yep. Yeah, Despero is yeah, he got definitely rolled. Despero is definitely looking promising. Looking forward to the playoffs. He just beat Yunano, so he's already into the finals, waiting his opponent, which is going to be the winner from Blackened versus Gaseous. Gaseous does have the potential to beat Blackened, but Blackened is really solid. So, like I said, we could have the same situation as Cautious Cup, which was Despero versus Blackened as well, which came down to the wire. It was 3-3, and eventually Despero took it with the last game. But yeah,